I can't breathe. Oh, hello. Hello, snoopy little doopas. How are you guys doing today? I cannot breathe. How are your allergies? Are we all dying slowly? Excellent. Oh my gosh. I've got the Hoogan next to me. He sends his regards. We've got Deddy's boyfriend trying to get the Hoogan to move and he won't. Every time we close the door in this house, it's a problem because he likes to sit right next to the fucking door, and it's so cute. Oh my God, I made it 40 seconds before I dropped an F-bomb, everybody. How are you doing today? Let's pop some of you kids up here on there, and let's say hello to everybody. Let's say who's in the chat. I missed you. How was your 4th of July? Hello, Precocent. Hello, Mama Becca. Go do your vacation calls. Web Weaver, potato scrunchy. Which, by the way, we were watching The Boys, the show The Boys, and I realized what a web weaver is because a grown-ass man in that show has a spider hole above his asshole and a tail shoots out, or not a tail, what's it, a weave, a web, and he has to get his web shunt cleaned, or I don't know, they stick something up his ass, and it's a really good show, honestly. I think it's kind of funny how Cody Rhodes dresses from the WWE. Of course, we're already getting into wrestling. What am I saying? I think it's funny that Cody Rhodes dresses like Homelander and he's a babyface. It's so funny. You know that heel turn's coming soon. What's up, Petty Mason? What's up, Adam? How is Helen? Actually, I know how Helen is, but you're working on it, right? She's going to get fixed. Everything's going to be fine. Petty, hello. Excuse me. I don't think I like vapes as much. I did. Remember when Jay was on and Dad showed you his vape? I don't know. They don't vibe with me very well. What's up, Adam? We're going to go down. We're going to say hello to everybody who's here. And then we're going to get started. I'm just waiting for some more people to come in who want to see. We're at 41. I figured out how to, I was like, where's the fucking counter? And then I realized it's right there. I could see the whole time. Hey guys, I'll be back in a bit. My 90-year-old dad still thinks he's in his 50s. Oh shit. Oh shit. He out there hustling? Go get Diddy. Go get your other Diddy. Permission received. Go get Diddy. Yes, it is 100 degrees and feels like 75. It's a dry heat. I'm very jealous. It is 170 here and it feels like it's 3,000, I think. I'm just guessing at this point. Trying to multitask and stay somewhat cool. Got my next script written, so that's good. Congratulations on your script, Adam. What does Helen think of the script? I've been brain dead since the last live. Thank you, Adam, for clearing that up. You're going to have to be on top of it. Yeah, you got to keep Petty in check today, Adam. Petty needs to be in check. Thank you guys for being patient. Your dad is always late because I'm a dad. Hello, Desert Moon. Hello, Agatha Krusty. I still laugh every time. Some of you guys have the best screen names. And when you change them, I get very confused. And then I think you've left your dad. It turns out Baby Bird just is going through a goth phase. We promise not to cause too much trouble. I expect trouble from you kids. Thank you for saying hit the like button. I think it does something good to the algorithm. Hello, Melly. What's up, Melly? What's up, Tiff? Oh, I can always count on the whole crew to be here. This crew rolls deep. The squad is deep. I love how you all interact with each other and say hello. And oh my gosh, so many of you messaged me from the last live and you're like, give my information to this person, give my information to this person. And you're making so many new friends. And I know you're being sneaky little siblings and I love it. I love it. Hello, Pet. Hello, Michelle Lalonde. Hello, Brian and Jill. Hello. Where's Bun? Oh yeah, that's you, Brian. Okay. And also some of you have two screen names. Like it shows up differently from what I see, and then what I see afterwards, it has a different name. So I'm still learning that. Hello, Angela. Lori Life 360 for the win. How is Life 360 working out for you, Angela? Are you catching a lot of McCabe sneaking around your property, or a lot of Jen Coffin Duffers getting on your Ring camera? Everybody's still coming down from the Karen Reed trial? That was crazy. I woke up, my entire head congested, spent hours blowing out my schnoz. Yeah, we're all allergied here, even the doggo. We're all dying. It's so bad in Texas. It's so hot. There's so many fucking mosquitoes. There's new flies that are bigger than the flies we used to have. Hello, Janine. How is Calama? What is hot there? When I was in Seattle, which was around the Kieran Horman time, either that, I don't remember if it was Barefoot Bandit or Kieran Horman that summer. But whatever that summer was, it was the hottest in recorded history at that point, they said, for that day. And it was my birthday. And it was 82 degrees. And I was like, it is so cold outside. Melly gifted a membership. Thank you, Melly. Hello. I'm going to get down there and I'm going to pull you up on the screen. Why doesn't it let me pull people up on the screen from the top? I'll figure it out later. It doesn't matter. Hello, Nicolette. Hello, everybody. Hello, Liza. Liza Trick. I like your name too. Everybody has great names. Absher. Love it. Love it. Janine. Vaping is worse than smoking. Yeah, I know, because it puts water on your lungs. It's so stupid. See, your dad's oblivious about some things. I mean, here's the thing. I know, and I go forth, and I don't know what's wrong with me. Hello, Kinsey Kush. I keep losing you, Dad. Maybe my internet, though. Oh, internet, maybe. Are you having internet blackouts where you are? By the way, I'm pretty surprised at people. Like, I'm just surprised that people don't know about this thing as much as I thought they did. But I'm going to show you guys something. Because I've seen people go, oh, I'm worried about my internet. I think my internet's out. And then you just said it. And I'm like, oh, duh. I should have showed my channel this. Here, let me pull this up for you. Oops, that's not what I need. Here, let me just pull it up real quick. I'm going to show you guys a little thing. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you probably know about this, but just in case you don't, because when I found out about it many years ago, I was like, oh, shit. I've been wondering about this. This is a service. If you're ever wondering if your internet is down or if a website is down and you're trying to decipher, like, is it me? Did I not pay the bill? Oh, please don't freeze again. Is it going to don't freeze on? Oh, thank God. You guys, sometimes, and I know it's StreamYard because it happens to a lot of people. Sometimes StreamYard will it'll freeze the screen and I have to completely start over. I thought it was my computer. Talk to some other people. It happens to them all the time. Okay. I'm sharing this page with you because I want to show you something. So you can put in whatever service. Let's say it's AT. Well, we could just scroll down for AT&T. If you want to see if AT&T is down, you click on it and then it shows you how many reports in the last hour. And then it shows you the hotspots of where it's down the most, i.e., if it's all of AT&T and not just your neighborhood. And if it is your neighborhood, you can actually zero in on a map and see. And it's not just that, it's pretty much any internet search provider, or I should say search service. Some people have their shit different. They'll have like a hotspot set up for their wireless. Some people will want to just check if their phone is down. I mean, it works for everything, like Cricket, Metro PCS. You put it in here, you can type it in, it'll search it, it'll tell you where it's down, what times it's down, sometimes why the fuck it's down. You'll see people comment on how shitty their internet is, and it's just great. And, you know, for people who don't know, if you're like, let's say you're 10 days past your bill, you're broke as fuck, your internet goes out, you're like, God damn it. And you think, oh, my only choice is to pay the bill. And then you go pay it, it still doesn't come up. And then you're like, ah, what the fuck? And then you find out it's the whole neighborhood, and you didn't actually need to spend that money until next week. It's a good solution. And has that mysteriously specific thing happened to your dad before? Yes, it has, because comedy doesn't pay well. Okay. Ridiculously humid. It feels like 110 in Virginia Beach. Holy shit. Hot, the best equines. I believe it. It's fucking hot everywhere. It's fucking crazy. And you know what? We could spend 10 hours talking about how hot it is. But let's keep going. Turbo Time says, howdy, Melly. I need to say hello to everybody. Hello, Sherilyn. Oh my God, I got on live. Yes, my hours are so fucking random. Literally, and also much love from your Diddy, Sherilyn. I will go live any opportunity I have that I can. So if it's 3 a.m. and your daddy's working a night shift and he finishes his shit early or his homework, he's gonna check in on the kids. And he's gonna say, what the fuck are you doing in there? Why's your light? And if it's the daytime and your dad's going to bed and has a little extra oomph, your dad's gonna log in and go, oh, what is he doing? The Mookums is moving. The Mookies want to go walkies? He's gonna go walkies. They go walkies? No, he's lazy. He didn't want to. It's too hot outside. The doggy's like, fuck it. He's done. Hello, Melly. Thank you for gifting a membership, Melly. You're the best. Actual picture by your name. Yeah. It's very strange. This is my parasocial friend fan. Yes. Antisocial, parasocial, every social, internet social. Life 360 for the win. Dude, if I saw McCabe and Albert anywhere near me, I'd be terrified. Remember Jen? Holy shit. By the way, I love vapping. Who said that? Michelle, god damn it, you're so funny. Michelle loves vapping. Yeah, no, that's not what that is. Is that? Wait, what? Is this? Are you?
You stick your hand in your hoodie and rub it on your neck.
Ew! Stop.
That's what it is.
Oh my god! I just learned something new. Is it? Are you? Is that for real? Vapping. I don't. No, it's just misspelled. Are you talking about fapping? I'm sorry. I don't need to be doing this with him right now. Is it spotty? Do I need to pick it up a little? Can you guys hear? Give me ones in the chat. It's vabbing. Oh my god. I knew that wasn't a thing. Sorry. I don't know if y'all heard that, but we just had a moment. We just had a moment. He thought vapping was something really dirty. Can you hear me better? Put ones in the chat if I'm good now. Put twos if it's shitty. Okay. I'll stay with the hot. I know we'll have snow soon. God, I wish we got snow. We do for like 10 days out of the year, and they just abandon us. They shut off the electric. All the fucking water pipes burst, and everybody cries, and a couple of people die. They don't even salt the roads here. We just fucking careen into each other. I don't know if you've seen that footage. It is too hot for walkies. All right, we're almost to the end of saying everyone. Kath here, no walks needed. Oh, Sharon, I miss you, bitch. Where you been? Shiraz? I'm done too. Yeah, we're all done. All right, so I think vapping. I love vapping. I fucking love vapping. That can't be how it's spelled, the mom James says. I heard something about rubbing it on your neck. Yeah. Yeah, mustache is being naughty, Adam says. Mustache is being very naughty today. Like vape. Yes. No, Dylan, that's vaping, Pergosin said. Vabbing. I know there's a thing called vajazzling, and it's where you put jewels on your puss. And that's fucking weird. I mean, if you're into it, fine, but I just think it'd be really itchy, and then you got to rip them off later. What's up, biscuits and gravy? What's up, biscuits and gravy? I got your email this morning. Thank you. I'm still looking. I'm not distracted. I'm still looking. Annie Hall, hello, Rain. Everybody can hear good. Vapping is when you fap and vape at the same time, Pat says. We're making new words over here on this channel, you guys. Hey, I got two Michelles in here. We got a Michelle and a Michelle H. Oh, shit. It's just like Full House. Two Michelles? Liza, I like your name. I like all of your names. You guys pick out witty names. I should have thought of that before I made this channel. It's going to be about 95 today in Idaho, but I feel lucky compared to what a lot of you are describing. Yeah. What's up with Idaho? Is it cold? Where is it cold? I should go. I'm usually a lurker, but it's so dang hot. Liller's never in. I agree. It's so fucking hot. If you guys if you never comment, if you're a wallflower, if you will, there are perks. If you need to pop in and just scream that it's fucking hot and I hate it in all caps, you feel free. This is your chance. Does he have booties for walkies? She got her dog little silicone shoes. He had silicone shoes, but he rips them to shit. He does not like them. If you put socks on him, he literally acts like he's walking on hot coal. Like, have you seen the kitten mittens thing? Have we all seen kitten mittens? My God, that's how my dog walks. He acts like he can't stand up if you put some on his feet. He's strangely resilient too. He doesn't even do tippy tap. Like, hot concrete does not affect him. What affects him is just, here's the thing. Hoogans like to lay and bake in the sun like a potato. He's a little potato. And he fucking loves just sitting in an oven. And potatoes don't understand that if they sit out too long, they will shrivel and probably get overheated. So I'm constantly having to kind of herd him back into the house. And it's great. Welcome to North Carolina. We don't do anything. I love that. That's a good bumper sticker. Hello, Janine Dove. All right. Can suck a bag of hammers. It can, Tiff. It's so bad. All right, Tiff, correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have to say if you are, but are you from Texas? I feel like you're from Texas. Or you used to live here, you said? What did you say? That's funny, Rabbit. Pinky's out, vapes out. Vabs out. Pinky's out. We be vabbing. We're just a bunch of big fucking birds trying to vab. Hey, I was with you on the fapping too. I was trying to figure out, I was like, what kind of wordplay is he pulling on me? Yeah, fucking mustache. Big fucking mustache bird. Hot damn, Lori, you're here. You're here, bitch. We're doing a lot, bitch. We need to make bitch another what do you call it? Like a kinship sisterhood phrase again. It's so fucking fun to say. When you watch Bad Girls Club, the way they just scream bitch at each other and smile, it's just so sweet. I absolutely love it. Let's take it back. Let's get it back. Vapping is the fapping, but with a vag, I guess. Yeah, I think. You guys are seeing my brain work in real time. He says vabbing or vapping is that, and I'm sitting there trying to figure out what words are being combined here. Yeah, my cat would. I don't have a cat. I have a Hugin, but I think he would hate that too. Kitten mittens look crazy. That was such a funny episode. If you don't know what I'm talking about, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when Charlie makes kitten mittens. Vagina berry pie? Okay. I support it. I support my kids. Yeah, Jewels on Your Puss. What do they call it? It's called Vajazzling. Remember that? It was on an inside edition and then and maybe a hard copy. I don't fucking know anymore. But yeah, it was big at one point in the mid 2000s. Nicolette gifted a membership. God bless you, Nicolette. Your contribution to this cult will not be forgotten. AK, Ack, you became a YouTube member. Thank you, Ack. Thank you for joining the cult. By the way, you've all joined the cult. Should have read the fine fucking print. Tiff Knox said, I used to live in Austin and my family's in Caldwell and College Station. Oh shit, Brian. There was a guy here. There's actually a famous case that just ended, kind of, and it was a jeweler's parents. And they are in our neighborhood. They specialize in like fancy watches and shit. And yeah, the kid tried to kill them, like both of his parents. Like he tried to shoot them and he planned it with his girlfriend. And the kid and his girlfriend are like pretty hot and well off. And like he had no childhood trauma whatsoever, like perfect family life. And then he was like, I think I'm gonna fucking shoot my parents. And then he was in College Station for school. And then he drove all the way back to Austin to do that. And then just for no reason, like he had no real reason. Like I think he thought he was gonna get a big inheritance, but he wasn't able to pull it off. And they were able to use like the striations, all the shit to like figure out it was him. And it was just a crazy true crime case. And it happened right before like Caitlin Armstrong. Anyway, I was just following up on that recently and I had no idea he drove all the way from fucking College Station. I was like, oh my God. Like I know that it's just kind of crazy. It's like such a stupid crime. Like what an easy way to get caught. Anyway, that's beside the point. He said, DutyRon. What's up, Duty? What the actual fuck did you walk into, DutyRon? A safe place for DutyRon to curse. Say it, DutyRon. Say it's fucking hot. Say it's fucking hot. Say it's fucking hot in Long Island. We love you. We salute you, DutyRon. How have you been, dude? Your ADHD friends? Is that what you mean? Yep. A plus DHD. You guys love DutyRon. It is a superpower. DutyRon and Duty Ed. I'm waiting on a gift I'm sending to DutyRon and Duty Ed, and I can't wait for them to get it. And I have one for Melanie and one for Rock Chalk. We're gonna have to make one for your Uncle Jay. But Dad's been fucking around with Procreate. If you know, you know. And they're gonna get something special in the mail soon. What's up, DutyRon? Are you solving crimes in Long Island? Love to you all, says this is your godfather. This is the guy that gives you envelopes of cash at your wedding. Respect him. Go follow his channel if you're not. You should be. Most of you came here from him. Go hit the like and subscribe. And go donate to the Gabby Petito Foundation. If you don't know, your godfather, Duty Ed, had a lot to do with helping out with the petitos. He supports them fully. He sticks through them even after the case is over, which is something I always talk about. Is very important that a lot of people don't do. Some people just give up when it's not popular anymore because it doesn't get clips, but not Duty Ed and DutyRon. Nope, not them. And Joey Brooklyn. I just love getting close to the mic and saying their names. They don't do that. They fuck around with the case forever. They're like, we're going to follow up. We're going to make sure everybody's okay. And that's what victims need. And I like that. And that's why we support everything they say. All right. What's up, Tech Bird? I like your name. 13 or 55 here? Wait, are you talking about degrees? I'm so jealous. ADHD is so fun. Don't medicate yourselves. Just have fun. That's the bumper sticker. And actually, you should medicate yourself if it's pretty bad, because I met some fucking people who need it. And it's like, yo, I cannot follow you right now. Petty Mason gifted a membership. Oh my God. You guys are being really nice to each other. I don't know how to respond. I'm uncomfortable. All right. I did that along with DutyRon. He was so kind and matched donations. He's the best, isn't he? Melly sent $2 and said, DutyRon, heart. DutyRon, Melly loves you, Godfather. DutyRon saying hello to everybody. I subbed out to DutyRon today because of you, Dad. I'm a newbie to the Godfather. Oh my gosh, you're going to love the Godfather. Him and Duty Ed talk about actual forensics, and they teach you about things like medvacs and how the crime scenes are mapped out and crime scene mapping. And they talk to you about the process and how to not fuck it up when you're at a crime scene. In fact, they probably did one of the most thorough breakdowns, I think, of what procedurally went way fucking wrong with the Karen Reed stuff. Like, I think that if you ever need any confirmation that a leaf blower is not an actual crime scene tool that is normalized throughout police departments, the first place to go look is with them. And they said, no, it's not. This is not something that we need. And I think that, you know what I think? I think that they could have brought DutyRon to trial with Duty Ed and said, hey guys, what do you think of this leaf blower shit? And they would have been like, nah. And I think they should have done that. Shiraz. 5. Oh my God, you guys. 1. Oh my God, that's 6 memberships. I love you, Hot Mess Equines. I love you, Shiraz. You've now gone up the rank in my children. Sorry, kids. Everybody else, you should have tried harder. I'm sorry. I'm being an abusive dad. What's up, Lisa Bacamorris? Sherilyn loves you, DutyRon. You need to know this. Walk among the tombstones. How are you? Now, I think that last week we had a lot of fun. Oh my God, I'm getting way behind. I have to scroll down. This is very hard to do, DutyRon. What do I do? Okay. I need to give some congratulations. I have a notebook. We have to say congratulations to some people this week. First person we have to congratulate is Petty Mason, who won our Canton bumper sticker contest. Where is it? I actually already put it in the envelope. I'm sorry. But we gave away a bumper sticker, and it's very funny, and it's about the Canton cops. And it says, what did it say? Do the Canton police a favor. I wrote Canton on it. Do the Canton police a favor and beat your own ass. Thought that was fun. It was appropriate for Canton. Congratulations, Petty Mason, aka Deb. Nancy won the Menendez card. Some of you at the beginning were like, why are you giving away a basketball? I can't talk. A basketball card today. You didn't understand. What does Mark Jackson have to do with true crime? And I explained it at the end, but for those of you who didn't sit through the 9 goddamn hours or however long I did, it's a piece of true crime memorabilia history because it is what the Menendez brothers used as their alibi. If you recall, they said that we were at this basketball game, and then everyone was like, what, you were? And then they were like, yeah, we're on the Mark Jackson card. That was the day they took the pictures. But it wasn't a good enough alibi because they killed their parents before that. So Nancy got that card. It is about as important to dads as a $2 bill. Keep that shit forever. It's going to matter one day. Okay. Then Newt the Cute got a scrunchie, and we might send an honorary scrunchie to your brother, Adam, because I did look it up and they do make beard scrunchies, and I'm very interested. I might get 2 for your dad's boyfriend. So maybe we'll send one to your Uncle Adam. Hey, Adam, send me your address Is your van an address? Does it have an address? By the way, DutyRon, if you're still here, Uncle Adam lives in a van down by the river, and he has a channel called Adam Drives Helen where he talks about van life. And it's very good. Okay, Lori, did the dog potty? Did it make 1 and 2? What color was the poo? All right, next, Starzy. I can't believe Paul O'Keefe thinks Karen is guilty because she had bad vibes when he. Listen, I believe it. And let me tell you why. Because I've met these vibes people, and they are aplenty. I live in Austin, Texas. This is home of the vibe. They may as well fucking call this place Vibes, Texas. My buddy Andy, who died of a brain tumor, but was an amazing comic, used to have an amazing joke where he would say, Austin is where dreamers go to dream more. Because that's pretty much what this place is. It's Vape City, it's Dream City, and it's Vibe City. People will literally, if their dog barks at you, they're like, he must have killed and raped. Like, people don't use logic and reason sometimes. And you know what? I think when someone that you love a lot dies, you kind of lose logic and reason sometimes, and other people get really hyper focused on logic and reason. And both can be really depressing and bad for you. Because if you go with vibes in your gut, you can end up, blaming someone who didn't do nothing. And if you don't go with your vibes in your gut, then you can kind of end up going crazy, a little hyper focusing on the situation or the people, or wanting to be an investigator, and it takes over your life. So it can go one of two ways. Thank you, Melly, for the $1.99 super sticker. I love you. I appreciate you. You are my favorite daughter. I'm sorry, everyone. She moved up the ranks. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, on the subject of Paul, I understand that. Like, I also get why people, are mad at him and saying like, oh, he meat mugged her. And I know it's mean mugged, but we say meat mugged on this channel because it's just what I thought it was for a long time. Which I don't know what a meat face is, but in my head it made sense. The point is, he did mean mug her. All the footage and videos I saw, I mean, I went and checked, she never really looks at him once. It's like you're being told this is what happened, but you're watching something different. We've seen a lot of that in the past decade, right? This is what happened. And it's like, but I'm fucking watching it right here. Simultaneously with deep fakes and all this, that can all be debunked. But when it comes to what we saw during the trial between them, she didn't seem to be doing much of nothing. So I think right now he's in that denial, mad, trust my gut phase. And a lot of it could be like, maybe he's fucking ashamed. I don't like of the situation, his behavior. Maybe he genuinely thinks she did it. But either way, like, I think it's all from pain. And I can't help but think that he probably might think about it more and then start to change his mind. But I don't think that the backlash and people like attacking him over it is going to help at all. Like, I really think it would help if he sat down, I mean, I guess with the defense or somebody who, the thing is, like, no matter what side we take, there's not enough evidence to prove anything at this point. So it just sucks, because even to sit him down and try to prove one way or the other, it's like, there's just not enough evidence. They fucked up the crime scene so bad. Like, it really genuinely sucks. There may never be common ground because of that. I mean, I'm more pissed at the cops who did a horrible job with the crime scene, But yeah, I see what you mean. Going by vibes is such a, like, at that point, how do you argue with that? It's like, okay, well, vibes don't hold up in court, dude. I don't know what to say. I just think we got to give him some grace and let him feel how he feels. Because, I mean, he also didn't really have the option, like a lot of us, to have private grieving. And I think that changes a lot, especially pressure from all kinds of sides. So I don't know. I mean, do I think it sucks? Do I agree with him? No, I don't agree with him. I do think it sucks, but it's like, I mean, what are we going to do? Be mad because Paul thinks it's Karen? Just, I feel like it's like, okay, he thinks it's Karen. That's not really going to change the evidence, right? So I just kind of let that go. It's like, oh, well, that was kind of a dick move, but I mean, he's in a fucked up position. His brother's dead. Gotta let him feel that way, I can be a pretty big asshole when I'm grieving. So, I don't know. I just feel kind of bad for the whole situation. It really sucks, doesn't it? It really fucking sucks that they didn't do a good job, and it failed everybody. I bet Lally's getting ripped on so fucking hard. I know Jacoff is. God damn, everybody's getting ripped on. And then the others, the people who are like, still pro Proctor and all that. That shit, I can't even speak. That's just unbridled mental illness. I don't know about that. Leaf blowers are in for 2022, bro. The jury loved it, according to that 10-2 split stuff. Were you here for that the other day, Tommy? That was just a replica tweet. He just copy pasted from another case. That was like a 6-day case or some shit. It's crazy. It was just crazy. Like, he literally just copy pasted some other shit and was like, this applies to this. And then he got caught, and then old Grant Smelly Ellis didn't say shit about it. It just blew my mind. Hello, everybody. Yes, I think we should all research Sandra Birchmore more, because that's next. More. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, that's the next logical step, because I think that case is going to go over like a turd in a punch bowl for fucking everybody in Canton. Like, that's not going to be good for Staunton, all that area. Like, it's just, the police all need a big overhaul. I think at the state level down, and that's shit. That is a big, tall order. Yeah, Vibes, Texas, dude. Yeah. Oh, yay. You're welcome. You're going to get that car, boo-boo. I'm at the office. Sorry, I had to leave the chat, so I missed some stuff. DutyRon. People are just like, they're asking about Paul O'Keefe, about that interview, And I was saying, hurt people. Let's just, that's like the shortest I've ever summarized a long rant of mine, but hurt people. He's hurt, and he's going to project that hurt onto others. And best we could do is just pat him on the back and be like, hey, man, my bad. Sorry you feel that way. I mean, I don't know. Changing his mind isn't really going to fucking change the evidence, Best we could do is just keep her head. I feel really bad for Aaron, honestly, because I feel like Aaron seems pretty logical, and I kind of think that maybe she doesn't believe Karen did it. I don't know. Just my opinion. That's the vibe I get. And I wonder what it's like living with a guy who's like that angry at it. Part of me also wonders, because the prosecution fucked up so bad. Like, did they leave out something really important that the family knows that they did not present that maybe would change everyone's mind? I don't know what it could be, but what the fuck? They fucked up pretty bad. I watch True Crime and Crochet, that therapy for past icky stuff. Have you thought of True Crime and Crocheting for male strippers? Remember, we talked about how they wear little costumes on their dunguses, and they're very expensive. You could probably make a lot of money. Yeah, after he manspread it. Yeah, manspread. I don't have any bulls, but I heard that they can get sat upon. I don't know. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I always give the victim's family a benefit of the doubt, because when people are pissed off, they act crazy. When you lose a loved one, you can be crazy. I mean, I really worry about, like, if somebody hurt my mom, let alone killed her, or if I even thought they did, like, I genuinely am very concerned with how I would react. And that's why I don't own a gun. I just don't, I don't need to. Let's not explore that until it happens. And I hope it doesn't. In fact, it will not. I need to manifest it never will, because if it does, you might see your dad on a Dateline. Hopefully Keith Morrison will be there going, it was a rainy night. I love the cursing too. Ron, it's so freeing. Just fuck, shit, cunt, piss, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat, right? Just say it all. That's what Carlin said. Just fucking say it. We're adults. Don't show it to me, though, everyone. Just say the words. We're having fun. So we wanted to today look at old news. Hello, everybody. And and the backlash isn't helping. He needs therapy for the anger. Even if Karen were in prison forever, he can't bring back and that's the thing is, like, let's say she did get found guilty. Do you think his interview would have been different? I think it kind of would have been the same. I don't think he would have been smiling. I think he would have been upset, because it's like, he's still mad. He looks like he's fresh mad. You know what I mean? Like, it's a week after it happened. I think, and this is just my theory, I think it's because that's what a trial does, doesn't it? It makes you relive a lot of trauma and a lot of shit. And not only that, like, we got to remember the family wasn't there on the scene. So they were seeing a lot of brand new shit, probably. And if they had seen it before, they were seeing it with cameras in their face. So they were also told, weren't they told like not to react a lot or something? I believe that was that. Didn't Bev give them instruction like not to be emotional or something? I was watching a lot of trials that week, but either way, like you have a camera in your face, you know, you're reacting again to this tragic news. And then there's this person that people think could have possibly done it right there. And it's someone that you used to like care about or love or that he did. You don't want to believe it. It's just a lot. So I think that his anger, I mean, it would be there no matter what, you know, because he's not dealing with the situation and I don't think he's gotten a chance to really because of all this trial shit. And I don't know. Turtle Boy's pretty intense. Like people on Twitter are pretty intense. They don't really have an outlet, you know? I don't know. Just a thought. That's the worst part of the investigation leaves almost not a chance to convict a guilty party. Yeah. That's why I'm like, let's again, like you say, Lamom James, I guess we got to see what the feds have, dude. They have something for them to reopen Sandra Birchmore, for Michael Proctor to be fired, and for the amount of balls to drop that we've seen. Some shit's going on. I mean, you guys saw Crash Daddy. He's seen some shit. DutyRon, you are not a fat horse. We're a big fucking bird. Do you know that? We're big feckin' birds. Have you, DutyRon, have you seen Jill Daniels, that lady, freak out and call someone a big fucking bird? Because it's the best. It's really good. All right. Claws out, everyone. It's so fucking hot here. Yeah, I don't like to judge their families either because, like, they're having to relive all this shit again. They're just like, everybody's picking them apart. I don't like it when people call them mom names and say she's in denial. It's like, dude, she fucking lost her kid. Like, we don't get to tell them how to feel, dude. I mean, it's like, I've talked to you guys before about the shooting, how like it was split. I'm pretty sure I told you that. Like when that mass shooting happened, half the town was like, I need more guns to protect myself. And the other half was like, I never want to hear a gunshot again. So people react differently. And it feels like everybody kind of swap positions. And it's bizarre, you know? My daughter died of a drug overdose. She knew the consequences, but I still get angry at people she was with. I give it up and then take it back. I can't imagine that. Officer Tommy, who we were talking about, the guy on Facebook, his daughter passed away from a drug overdose. And he's like the most cheerful guy. And to see like him be sad and upset was like just a whole new dynamic of his personality, the way he responded that like people hadn't seen before. It made me think like, God, that's got to be so hard to not really be able to be mad, you know? And I think that for parents, when you have kind of privacy to do that, sometimes that can be beneficial, but sometimes it can be harmful. People feel lonely and stuff. They need someone to calm them down. They need the pressure of the public. So it's really hard when it's someone you love and it's a situation and you don't know what they were thinking or what was going on. Were they pressured? Was it voluntary? Did they get in a fight? Like, and that's the other thing, you know, we don't really know what the survivors feel like, survivor's guilt. There's a comic who OD'd with 3 other comics on fentanyl, and she was the only one who lived. And she has to go on her whole life with that guilt. Like, oh my God, I did this with those people. And I think about that all the time. And then, you know, how hard and sad that must be. And then to have all these people fucking blaming you and stuff. But then at the same time, if I was one of those dudes' parents, I'd be fucking pissed. So the dynamics, it's all about relationships, dynamics, the situation. But I hope that you're getting peace with that, or that peace comes over time. You know what I mean? Lori Life 360 for the win. I really do. It's okay to still get angry at them, you know? If you got to call them in the middle of the night and go, what are you, a big fucking bird? Do it, dude. Just anonymously, just call them a big fucking bird and hang up. I mean, I still get fucking rage at people who attack me, but like, I'm not about to like, you know, go to their house and fuck their shit up. But I might call them a big fucking bird in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? Sometimes it can help. You big fucking bird. I still can't believe that shit. I love you, Lori. I'm sorry that you went through that. And you know, the shit of it is a lot of kids, at least I did this. I don't know if you guys did this or went through this, but a lot of kids, like up into adulthood, they'll experiment with drugs because we see all these movies where it's kind of I'm not gonna say glorified because it's not. They make it look back to you. They make it look very like tragic at the end, but they put these sequences where it's like fun. Like, one of my favorite movies for a long time was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas because it's so funny and it's ridiculous and it's absurd. But had I seen it 5 or 10 years earlier, I might have done a lot more acid in my life than I ever did. Had I seen it at a certain time when I was vulnerable, I might have tried a lot of shit that I shouldn't have tried. Thank goodness I'm a big, big baby. However, I will tell you this much. It's much scarier for kids now. I mean, hell, I'm not even gonna say now, the last 20 years, it's really scary for people trying drugs. There was a time when people laced acid with strychnine. That was a big thing in Texas. There were, what was that shit? People were taking the flocka and all that shit that turns them into fucking zombies and makes them in the back of cop cars. Now it's fentanyl. Like, it's just, you can't compete with that as an addict. I think it's very, very hard. So, I can imagine being a parent, but again, I've always said it before, like, we are not our parents, but our parents aren't us either, right? So I think you seem like a great mom. It's just these drugs are so strong, and kids do dumb shit and they don't realize it's dumb until it's too late sometimes. But I really hope that you've got a comfort and support system. And if you don't, message me and we'll find you some resources in your area, because there's a lot of really good groups with parents who have been through the same thing, who kind of like, I don't know, rely on each other and stuff. I know a couple of ladies in one because they experienced something similar with their brother. And it's like they go to Al-Anon support groups, though. Like, he's not an alcoholic, but like Al-Anon helps with families of addicts, even if the addicts passed away. And they found a lot of support there. I just hope that you have people around you. I'm so sorry. Yes, DutyRon says he's sorry for the loss of your daughter. We will celebrate her. We will celebrate her one day. We will do like a live for her. Maybe you guys, when we do call-ins, you guys can call and we can all talk to each other. It would be cool to get 6 or 10 of you up here just all goofing around and talking to each other. Yes, everybody send Sister Lori love. Send her love. Yes. Oh, send the DutyRon link out of. Oh, yes. Let's do that. Let's put that up. Let's get rid of this vabbing shit on my screen. I cannot believe it. Here, let's get the DutyRon up here. We'll get DutyRons. Boom. We're going to do a DutyRon banner, you guys. We're doing a DutyRon banner. I'm so excited. Add banner. Banner. There we go. If you guys want to go add DutyRon, that's how you do it. You go add him on your Facebook page. Yes, I am so invested in the Birchmore case too. I just started reading about it, and I had looked at it before, and I had looked at some of the stuff involving like what evidence was available, and I was fucking shocked. What, Daniel? Turtle Boy's mom passed away today? That's so sad. And didn't they just do some shit at his parents' house? Wait a minute. Didn't somebody like desecrate his parents' house with the turtle? That's so fucked up. God. Excuse me. That's very sad. Definitely send Turtle Boy love. He broke that shit open. Regardless of how you feel about him and things he says, he broke that shit open. He really did. We're going to definitely look more into the Birchmore case, and I'm going to go like send Turtle Boy something after this. Maybe donate to him or something. Poor guy. Sucks. Used to hate him. I saw he was involved with it. Ugh. Did some reason. Yeah. I mean, sometimes people can be aggressively not our style, but they're doing something good. And it's like, what do they say? You can love the art and hate the artist or whatever. I think that's all bullshit. Like, sometimes artists are good and sometimes they're bad and sometimes their work's good and sometimes it sucks. You don't have to separate it all the time, but like at least recognize game, Yeah, I can't wait to see what they come up with too. Poor Turtle Boy, man. That sucks. What the hell is on my microphone? Anyway. Yes, and thank you, Michelle, by the way, for sharing, for being sweet to Lori, and thank you to everybody who reaches out to Lori, and reach out to Lori and say hello to your sister and tell her that you love her. Did you say Jill Daniels is a raisin, you big fucking bird? What the fuck is on? Oh, it's my hair. Sorry. You big fucking bird, you kids. And then I saw awful people where he was talking about, and I understood his anger. Yeah. In some ways, he was too kind. In person, Jen was even worse than his description. Do you guys want to watch the Jen Daniels video again? Yeah. Remember we talked about the Yosemite Sam mud flaps, which is a very disgusting joke. And I'm so glad you guys explained that Ojo means Officer John O'Keefe, because I was legit saying Ojo and looking like a fucking idiot. He was going to say something to somebody. I've heard that before. Like, a lot of people talked about he was going to squeal on this dude for cocaine. I don't know, man. I think that that's kind of low. Like, here's the thing. I don't disagree with you, Adam. Maybe he was aware of some shit, and maybe they did get in an argument over it. But I mean, Colin Albert, let's just be fair. If that kid's dealing cocaine, that's not that big of a fucking deal comparatively with the shit going on in Boston. It just feels like something that I know it sounds terrible. Like, as a cop, you should report that sort of shit if you see it, I guess, if it's like a cop buddy and his kid's doing that. But like, I'm thinking about this, like, really think about this from a now perspective. Colin's a little shit. Yeah. But he's in high school. Do you really think that John's going to, I don't know. I think if I was in his position, I probably wouldn't say anything, or, you know what I mean? Like at the party, or I wouldn't like go there. And like, if they're like, did you tell people? Like, no, I would just be like, no. And then get the fuck out of the house and be like, oh shit, they got me. And then tell my boss. I don't know. Like, it just feels like such a dumb thing for someone to like kill someone over. Like Colin Albert being a sniveling little fucking shit that listens to Andy Milkonakis for fun, or whatever his name is. Just, he doesn't see what the hell is on this. Something stuck to my microphone. Anyway, he just doesn't seem like the type of kid to like get in a kerfuffle at work over. Even he's just so fucking meaningless and pointless. He's a nothing person. He's a nothing. He is a nobody. Feels weird. Oh no. What do you guys say? Do you really think that like that could be what's up? Ooh, Higgins took off. Remember? He took off on a plane. Did you guys see that? He went on vacay. And I saw that. I love you. I saw this shit, you big fucking bird. Hot mess equine, you big fucking bird. What's up? What's up, dad's boyfriend, you big fucking bird? He's a big fucking bird. He's really good at bird noises. Do a bird noise. Ooh. Hey, we brought up Ray Stevens in the chat the other day, and I told him about Taylor Swift is stalking me. Hoo-doo. People know about Ray Stevens. Listen, the word's getting out on Ray Stevens, and it only took 25 years, you guys. The world's finally starting to fucking pay attention right when he's about to die. Great. Ain't that the shit? If you guys don't know about good old Ray Stevens. Lori Life 360, stop sending me money. Go take yourself and get a mani-pedi, young lady. You deserve it. Oh, she's been gone 16 years. Damn. So that's like, what, like 2008? I'm so bad. I don't know. I'm really bad at this. But yeah, like, ooh, that's a rough year too. Was that when all that shit was going? There was like a thing where, I don't know, it was like Spice was big. And that was real scary. People were... Why did people start cutting drugs? It just feels like that costs more than just the drugs, doesn't it? I mean, I'm assuming like it could have been much stronger. That it doesn't matter. The point is, I just don't understand why people fucking do that. I'm sorry you went through that, Lori. You know what? Let's find those motherfuckers. I'll beat their ass. Who'd she get it from? Let me go fucking go to their house. I'm like really irritated. Like, what the fuck kind of sick shit is that? They should make that. I mean, is it a death penalty? I know in Texas, I think they recently changed it to where if you give someone drugs that kill them, you're probably going to get the chair. You're going to get old Sparky. My kids are 18, 15, never touched a drug in their life. My son leaves for boot camp. Yeah, good. What you got to do is you got to scare the shit out of them, right? Remember that episode of King of the Hill when Bobby came in and everyone was smoking? And then they gave Bobby a whole carton of cigarettes and they were like, smoke this, boy. Come here, Bobby. And then he did. And Bobby got really sick. And you know what happened? Bobby Hill never smoked again, but he did get really bad gout. I'm not saying give your kid a bunch of drugs so they won't do it again, but I am saying show them the movie Requiem for a Dream at a very young age. Really freak them out. Really freak them out. Yeah, Turtle Boy was right. Yeah, he is a journalistic hero. I mean, it's really crazy when someone's like, yo, this is what's up. And you're like, that sounds like The Departed. You're just reading me the script from The Departed. And then it happened. And you're like, oh, fuck. I guess I won't move there. I got to scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh my God, I missed so much shit. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm talking too much. You've got fascinating lives. I don't know why you didn't pick Let Me Let You Call In. I want to be True Crime Frasier. I want to hear about your lives. If you guys don't want to talk about your lives, this is crazy. You have the best lives. Yes, the mustache. The mustache. With his snowplow, big fucking idiot. Ray Stevens better never die. I agree. He's the best. Do you guys remember the Mississippi Squirrel Revival? Do you remember they call him the Streak? Baby Boysenberry, you have a fun name. Your dog is very cute. Is that a fucking Sheltie? Or is that a big fucking bird? A big fluffy bird. It's very cute. You have a great, very good name. And also, I have no idea if your notifications are working. I don't even know how I notify you guys. I think StreamYard does it. Fuck, 2010. That was a fucked up year. Lori, I love you to death. Do you want a scrunchie? I want to send you a scrunchie. Message me. I want to give you a scrunchie. Spice was terrifying. And I remember when I was in college, everybody was like, oh, you gotta try this shit. It's called I said it the other day and I can't remember. It was this stuff. It was weird. It was like a gray thing, and they sold it at all the head shops, and they were I don't even remember what it was called, but it was weird. I don't know why people were doing it. I don't know why. Like, somebody laced it in a cigarette, and I smoked some, and I thought I was gonna die. I was like, what is this? They were like, it's legal. It's from a head shop. I just remember like running out of a window. Luckily, it was one story, but it was horrible. I did get injured. It sucked. Don't go to a music school. Don't send your kids to a music school, by the way. Yeah, I've had Ray Stevens in my head forever, dude. Ever since I was a kid. It's crazy. Can't remember that one. He had a pretty good Christmas song, and I can't remember which one it was. My friends and relatives make bird calls in the stores to locate each other when we get separated. That's so fucking funny. I remember on Arrested Development when they call each other chickens, and then they do impressions of the chickens, and none of them sound like chickens. And Michael's like, has anyone in this family ever seen a chicken? That shit made me laugh really hard. Smoke up, Johnny. They should. Drug dealers should have some fucking morals. We expect doctors to have morals. They're drug dealers. I mean, shit. At least, here's the thing. Say what you want about drug dealers. They're salesmen, just like the rest of the world. Anybody who's involved in the consumerism economy, anybody who is selling a fucking product should sell you what they say they're selling you. I don't care if it's legal or illegal. That's just how the world works. This is not Vietnam. I'm very Larry David about this. It's like cutting in line to me. It really, listen, I'm totally against cocaine, heroin, all that shit. I'm like, don't fucking do that. I don't want to hang out with you if you're doing it. I don't want to be around you when you're doing it. But if somebody is selling you that product and they give you something else, I'm infuriated on your behalf. What the fuck? It's just, how do we expect? It's as simple as if you're bartering, it's as is, right? That's different than buying and selling. Whether you are creating or distributing a product, there is a liability on your head if you are a business. So there should be a liability on your head if you are a drug dealer. End of story. If I pay you for a pecan pie and you give me a shitty blueberry pie that's turned and I get diarrhea, you have not provided me the service I paid for. Agreed. My friend is preparing to bury her daughter because after she got clean, her old boyfriend overdosed her up and now she's on hospital. Oh my God. Like a hot shot? It's fucking sick, dude. I'm so sorry, Lori. I feel like everybody know. I mean, I know people who have OD'd because they've been given bad stuff, and I didn't even know they were on drugs. I told you how my friend had cancer, and then they gave her a fentanyl patch, and they don't do the consultation very well. It's very quick apparently, and they failed to tell her, hey, don't get in a hot shower with this shit on, because what did it do? It sucked it all up. She passed out, hit her head, died. Yeah, there's a lot of you guys are sad for Turtle Boy. I'm sad for Turtle Boy too. Makes me really sad, you know? Yeah, if you're doing business, whether it's a legal thing to sell, we could still have ethics. And yeah, we still got to have morals. Again, I hate to keep quoting Larry David, but when he said, "Where's the respect for wood?" Do you not care about wood with Julia Louise Dreyfus? Remember? I respect the ethics of the buy-sell transaction. There is an unwritten code. I buy this, you give me what I bought. End of story. End of story. If I order a big fucking bird, I want a big fucking bird. Take pride in what you do, no matter what. Listen, if you're a hitman who never kills anyone, you're a shitty hitman. I'm not saying you should kill someone. I would never hire a hitman. I don't think it's a good job, and I don't think there should be them. But if there's gonna be them, don't call yourself one if you're not doing it. You know what I mean? We got to know who to catch. We got to know what perp to look out for. I don't want to be looking for a hitman, and then it turns out he was a robber the whole time. That makes no sense. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's really crazy. Pecan pie is fucking delicious. Yeah, stick with weed. Just go Gateway. What are we doing here, people? Go Gateway. It's literally grass from the ground. At least that way you know the worst that's on it is Dookie. Congratulations. Let me tell you something, Lloyd. That is fucking hard. I think alcohol is, want to talk about an addictive drug? At least with heroin and coke and meth and all those drugs, they're not pushed in your face by advertisers. Alcohol is. In fact, it's encouraged. People stand outside of a door and scream it at you. Do you want shots for $4 fucking on 6th Street? It's crazy. 2 for 1, 2 for 1. Come in here, get some tits in your face. 2 for 1 shots. Like they literally, like the Coyote Ugly. They're like motorboating 2 shots, $7. Motorboating 2 shots. Like, what are we doing here, people? Could you imagine standing on a street corner and screaming at someone, "You want some fucking heroin? Get in here. We'll stick tits in your face." Like, what? Actually, it's kind of what The Wire is about. Ugh. But I'm just saying. There's a lot to fight against, Lori. It's a lot to battle against an alcohol addiction. I'm proud of you. It's the worst. It's the fucking worst. Because it's also a long kill for some people. 30, 40 years before it kills you. But like, you feel like shit the whole time. It's wild. Melly, I saw your super sticker and I want to tell you thank you, but it's not taking me to it. I don't know what happened. But I love you, sweetheart, and you're the best. Back to the top, Melly. You're the top ranked child at this moment. I love ranking you guys. Sometimes I wish I wasn't an only child till I was 14, so my mom could have ranked me and I could have been number 1. Damn it. I'm going to yell at her for that later. I'm just kidding. I never yell at my mom. I respect my mother. Yeah. The biggest crime. Yeah, that's another thing. Alcohol is the biggest problem in John's case. Think of everybody was fucking drunk. Don't I bet. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. The dog, he farted. It's so bad. It's really bad. I'm gonna have to do this for a minute. I really can't. Oh my God. Yep, nicotine is very addictive indigo-wise. It makes me feel like I'm a slave to it and like I'm never going to be able to give it up because it tastes delicious too. And now I have an oral fixation. And it also takes away the never-ending smell of my dog's wretched asshole. He's the cutest dog, but his leaky balloon dot smells like shit. It's so bad. Imagine if the Milk Alberts and John and Karen were smoking a shitload of weed that night instead of booze. They'd have just fallen asleep mid-chill. Yeah, literally mid-chill because it was fucking cold. But also, yeah, I mean, shit. They're not even going to leave the house. They're going to order in at that point. They're so high. Just get DoorDash. Drunk people are the ones who want to go out on an adventure. It's never the weed people. They're like, can we just not? Okay, the spell is gone. Fuck. It was so bad. It was so bad. Congratulations, William. Sober since October 4th, 1988, one day at a time. Oh my God, William. They put Rifkin in jail, and then you got sober. Proud of you, bud. I love you guys so much. Belly says you're welcome. Thank you, Belly. I love you guys so much. Lori Elizabeth says hello, DutyRon to DutyRon. I don't know if he's here. I think he's at work, so he might be popping in and out. I've started calling people a big fucking bird. My husband is so confused. I've tried explaining it, but I guess it's so strange and complicated. Listen, I've been doing the same thing, JT, and I just tell them, like, it's this thing from a trial, and then they laugh. Like, I think people want to like the big fucking bird thing because it's very funny. It's very fun. Oh my God, it still smells like shit. Oh, its farts are so bad. Did I tell you guys I've written to several labs and politicians saying that you can use his asshole to harvest good chemical weaponry and biological warfare, and they have not written me back. The Department of Justice is not interested in the Hoogan's asshole. Smart ass patriot, I feed him dog food, but he smells like I feed him diarrhea. It's because he's a Boston Terrier tiff, and they're just little balloons full of farts. I'm convinced. I had to show my boyfriend the big feckin' bird. I just love reading it. It makes me laugh. Booze is a part of the Irish culture. 3 pubs, 1 church, and a garage in almost all Irish in most Irish villages. Yeah, and Germans too. My little sister lived in Germany, and she told me that there's bars fucking everywhere, but some houses there apparently don't have kitchens, I've read, but they have bars everywhere. And I think that's why, because people just go to the bar. But anyway, a lot of houses are on top of bars, apparently, at least where she was. I live in Bristol, Rhode Island, where we had the oldest, longest 4th of July parade, 230 straight years. People party for weeks leading up, all about boozing. I used to enjoy it, not now. That is so much for 4th of July, which only comes once. It's like Rhode Island's Hanukkah. That's cool. Sasha was a farter too. Lori, oh shit. How does it go away? Like, do they ever stop farting bad? What do I do? Can I get, you know how pineapple helps with, never mind. I'm sorry, DutyRon's here. We're not going to talk about that. I just wonder what happens if you feed a dog pineapple. Do his farts smell better? I'm just curious. I'm just asking. I'm sorry, DutyRon. Everybody be cool. Your goddad is here. Keep quitting, even if it's 1 or 2 days. Oh, I never started. I never started quitting. I promise you that. I just like it. I wish I didn't like it, but I do like it. And I want to stop, but I don't want to stop. But I will, but not right now. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. As soon as Rifkin went to jail, you got sober, bud. Maybe subconsciously, capturing of a serial killer made you less afraid to live. I'm just kidding. You weren't his profile, but I'm still very proud of you. You did that shit on your own. Okay, let's keep going. I work in a call center, and the guy who took me live said Big Bird is ready to fly. That's so funny. He eats a dry, let me see what it's called. We just changed it though, because okay, he was on From, which has never had a recall. It's very few allergens. It is a popular dog food here in Austin that a lot of people swear by. He seemed to get some itchies right after that. Then before that, he was on Canada, which is a great dog food, but he didn't like it. He just never wanted to eat it. Now he's on this really fancy shit that was very expensive. And you know, we got to sacrifice. Sometimes mom needs to rip her tooth out and sell the gold to get the Mookie's food, but we'll do it because they said this is some shit Boston Terriers love. And I was not about to fuck with Royal Canine. That's insane. But yeah, I got that and he tried it. He liked it. He's got some homemade dog food I used to make him that his tummy really vibed with. Remember vibes? But he needs the omega-3 fatty acids or whatever and the salmon stuff. And I think I'm just going to have to start going back to making his food again because he was fine with that. But here's what I really think happened. I noticed today that some of the treats that he loves got moved at the Petco. And when I went and saw where I used to get them, I noticed that it says for cats on it, but the bags look the exact fucking same. So then it occurred to me, holy shit, let me check my old receipts. And from my receipts about a year ago, it said cats. So I think he ate some cat treats, and that could be what's fucking up his butt. Let me know if you have a thought on that. Does it do that? I have not texted my friend the vet yet, but she did say if it was a food allergy to switch him back and try this fungal spray or this antibacterial spray that's supposed to help with allergies and give him a Benadryl. So I did that. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to be great. DutyRon said no link. Uh-oh. Let's put the link up. Let's put the link up. Did it come down? What happened? What happened? Oh, it's a banner. Oh, yeah. There we go. DutyRon. All right. I'm still figuring out how this works. Yeah, no, it's not. It was a treat. It was like a cat treat. And it was just like little bitty pieces. And she said it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, he just had like maybe 2 or 3 of the little food topper bags over about a week. Yes, it is high in fat. But he's not fucking with it anymore. I think it only happened 3 times. And I'm definitely switching him back. He's on his good food again. But I was very concerned. I was like, oh, yes, fresh. I was about to say, whoops. We add a little fresh pet on top because he likes the moisture and it's good. It's just like one of those I don't know, like when he eats it, he kind of gets less energy than if he's eating the homemade food or back when he would trudge through the Kennedy. Yes. Twisted Quill, I'm proud of you for purging your closet. Okay, let's keep going. I need to send Duty the link to go up. Oh, yeah, I can bring Duty up. That's what you mean. I'm so dumb, you guys. Okay, wait, I have a link. Let's bring DutyRon up. This is how I do it. Here, DutyRon. This is for DutyRon. DutyRon likes moisture. We don't like the word moist here, DutyRon. You big fucking bird. God, it's so hot. Let's see if DutyRon comes on. Let's bring DutyRon on. So what are you guys doing today? What's going on right now? I keep getting like chapped lips. My psoriasis is bad. This is just me talking about my skin condition. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't like that word either. Moist. Oh. Moist. Yeah, no one likes that word. What are other words you guys hate? I told y'all how I don't like the word pussy. Unless I'm saying it like that. Because it sounds weird. It just doesn't sound right. Good to see so many animal people taking good care of your animal friends. Yes, and family members. Yes, yes, yes. We love our animals. Oh, look, DutyRon's here. Oh, no, he went away. How do I bring him back? Oh, no, Pat, you're menstruating today? It's so funny because you have a dude picture. Pat is menstruating. I don't know what happened to DutyRon. DutyRon has abandoned the children. DutyRon has left the van. Let's see. Oh, we lost her daughter. Oh, Turtle Boy's mom died. Guys, we got to go show love to Turdy Boy. Oh my God, Cat. It's Turtle Boy. Let's bring DutyRon on here. Holy fuck, DutyRon. You should take over for me.
Holy fuck nuts, Dad. I'm here.
Holy shit balls, Dad. You can cuss free.
So listen, I'm driving, so that's why I didn't activate the camera. I didn't want to be distracted driving, but I wanted to talk to you quick. About police officer John O'Keefe's brother's interview, Paul.
Yeah.
So I know that you're on to 80 different topics, probably since you
Oh.
talked about this.
Mhm.
Cat, cat food being fed to your dog, and your dog's asshole being constipated, and
It stinks.
yeah, whatever's happening. What is he doing?
Mhm.
Releasing gland fluid all over the place?
No fluid. It's just straight up like a spritz, and it's like the worst fucking Glade plug-in you've ever smelled. It's really
I
bad.
just threw up in my mouth.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
so let me stay focused because I got 10
Mhm.
minutes. I'm driving home from the office.
Mhm.
So
I'm gonna make you big.
I wasn't happy with that interview. I thought the reporter sucked, and she didn't ask some tough questions like, what did you think about the evidence? What did you think about the state police fucking up everything? And what did you think
Yeah.
about, like he said so many things that upset me, but
Mhm.
because of my experience with crime victims and their families, like let me just put this for everybody that's listening, for all of your cult following, which I'm
Please
included
do.
in that.
I'm gonna try to make you
Um,
big. I'm trying to figure it out.
so like when I would go to families to make a death notification, whether it was a person who committed suicide, jumping off a building, whatever the case may be, we had people who overdosed, heroin, crack epidemic. I was working during the 90s when heroin and crack speedballs were like a big thing, and people were doing both and getting, fucked up. And my point is that when you make a death notification to a family member, it's such a hard thing to do. And when I look at the O'Keefe family, I just think of, I know of the horror that they go through with the loss of the son, the brother, uh, and it's so hard for me to jump on the bandwagon of kind of analyzing their thoughts because I wouldn't want to
Same.
be in their shoes. So although I don't agree, I'm like, is he listening to the same stuff that we're all listening to? Did you hear the same things that we heard? But I know the answer is yes. It's just that everybody views things from a different lens. Well,
Mhm.
no two lenses are the same. And to put it into, you know, to put it into perspective here, I just look at it. I look at it from their lens, and I just say to myself, I'm just going to bite my tongue, and I'm not going to make a comment about it. I'm just going to be a better person and just not add on to all. It's like, like he talked about people harassing them when they were going in the court, but no, these are people who are supporting the defendant in this case.
Yeah.
But they don't look at it like that because he's looking at it like my brother is dead, and I've been convinced by the Commonwealth and by the police that it was Karen Reed.
Mhm.
He's not looking at it with an open mind. He's looking at it with blinders on. But I'm not. Whose job is it? My job? Is it our job to shake Paul O'Keefe and say, "Hey, no, you got this shit wrong"? No, it's not.
No, you
At
could get in
least me.
trouble for that, couldn't you?
But
Like,
it's
as a
just not
cop?
me. It's just not me as a human being. I wouldn't do that to somebody. I wouldn't go to
Yeah.
a mother who says to me, "I know that my son was murdered. His girlfriend said that he threw up. She found him in bed. I had this happen. I'm without you know telling you about the full case, but a mother lost her son. The girlfriend that he was with, she felt
Mhm.
was responsible for his death, and it was an overdose, and he wound up drowning on his throw up and in bed. And she, no matter who told her, the medical examiner, the lead homicide detectives, forensic people, the crime scene, she was just like, I'm not hearing it, I'm not listening to it. This girl murdered my son, and it
Yep.
was not labeled as a murder. And she's, to this day, probably still very upset and very distraught over that. So we have to put ourselves in that. And this is just me talking from my perspective, and it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that everyone has to follow this, but I'm just saying, like, people like, well, why didn't you do a video to dissect that? It's like, I'm not that person. I don't do that. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna, unless it's like special circumstances. I choose, Dad, to not add on to the grief pile because
Yeah.
you wouldn't want someone to do that to you.
And also, we have no proof that he was ever there. He had anything to do with it. He's just a brother reacting, you know? And for example, Jen Soto, I give her a hard time now because of what I saw in those fucking court papers.
Oh
Like
yeah, it's
before,
a
I
whole
was like,
different thing.
maybe
It's a
she's
whole
grieving. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's
And
a whole
now it's
different
like,
thing.
oh, we know different shit. This is
Yeah.
a different situation. She was possibly, or I think, involved based on what I read in that happening. Paul wasn't there. He was literally completely somewhere else. He never really
Mhm.
hung out with those people that we know of. He wasn't a cop. So for him, it's like the only people he knows is Karen. So he might not know that there are capable of that, or that they're, you know what I mean? And
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Well,
they're
like
conniving.
Jen Soto gave the green light for him to do
Yep.
all the things that he did to her daughter, and part of the reason her daughter isn't here is because of her failure to protect her daughter and her actions by sanctioning the sleeping in another room and you could do whatever you want to do with my daughter.
Yep.
I mean, it's not even a fair comparison. I mean, I'm glad you brought it up because I sent you a message in a super chat that I wanted us to do part 2
Yeah,
on
we're gonna
Stephen
do that.
Stearns.
I definitely want to do that, especially because I think that people, again, like earlier, I was telling people while you were gone about, Gabby Petito's family, when all the
Mhm.
buzz dies down and the name no longer brings a bunch of clicks, people stop talking about the case.
Of course.
But you kept talking about it, which I fucking love. It just like how
Yeah.
Melanie keeps talking about the cases that we bring up, the LISK case. She keeps
Yeah.
talking. We even went back to Ruby Frankie a while back. Like, I think that constant updates and future updates and sticking with the victims and the families
Yeah.
after the fact, even when it's been months, even when
It,
people are
it's
gassed
so
out, it's
important. It's
important.
so important. It's so
Yeah.
important. And I didn't, like for me, it wasn't about views or clicks or excitement. Like I circle back to Thomas Valver, he was murdered by his father, who coincidentally was a New York City police transit cop. Um, I covered that case from beginning to end, but it also circled back to it when those two savages got sentenced 2 years later. Um, the step monster mother and the father who left the kid in the garage in 29 degrees Fahrenheit, freezing
Oh my
cold
God.
temperatures,
Wait, was
and
that the autistic son?
yeah, autistic. They starved him. They starved him to death, and he froze in a garage overnight. And his
I
brother,
remember that.
who was autistic, was there with him, and he survived miraculously,
God.
and lived to talk about it pretty much. So I circle back to that case, the boys in California. Like there's I have people like I have Cassie Carley's sister Ray still communicating with me and wanting to do videos about her sister. There's no justice yet for Cassie Carley, and that was down in Florida. So I keep in contact with a lot of the victims' families of the cases that I cover, and if they want to do a video, I know, like I knew going into Gabby Petito's fundraiser that there would not be a lot of people be interested in that. But the family asked me to do it, and what am I going
Yeah.
to say to them? No, I'm not going to do it. I said yes. I took the half a day off from work and drove 60 something miles to go out and do a remote live stream for 2 hours with Ed.
For the foundation, which I'll put a link to, by the way, in the
Yeah,
description after this, because they still accept donations, you guys, and they do. Is it a
yeah.
scholarship?
They do a scholarship annually, and then they support domestic violence shelters and search groups that search for the missing, like EquiSearch, and they fund all of this stuff in the name of their daughter, in the name of Gabby Petito, and continue to fight. I think they made a $15,000 donation to a organization that uh, helps to support uh, African American and the folks who are missing
Yeah, the missing and
and that are
murdered
not.
Indigenous women and
Thank
POCs.
you, thank you. Yes, thank you. So they're doing great stuff, and for me, it was a no-brainer. Her mom called me and said, "Hey, would you want to come as my guest and do a live stream, charity live stream?" And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" That's exactly what I said to her. We were on the phone. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm on it. Let's do it." and we
Dude,
did it.
Judy Ron, did you see what Pat just put up? I
I'm
think
driving, so I
Pat,
can't see it.
okay, Pat says that Gabby Petito's death is what compelled her to finally report her assaulter, her rapist,
Right.
to the police. Like
Wow.
like Gabby's death, that's a big deal. I just want to
That's
recognize
huge.
it's a huge deal. I hope her
Huge.
parents know that I've seen so many people talk about how Gabby and what happened to her made them, just like Pat, want justice or feel hope in a hopeless
Mm,
place.
yeah.
And it's strange because when we all saw those videos, it felt hopeless. But then when it all ended, to see the amount of people outpouring that she was the reason, they wanted to go look up a person who harmed them a long time ago and make sure they're
Yeah.
not harming someone else, report something to the police, file a report, get therapy, stuff like
It's
that. Like when they saw those videos, they were like, oh shit, I was in this
yeah.
situation. I didn't realize what I was going through was domestic violence. That's super important. I just hope her
And
parents see that.
I'm gonna actually text the mom when I get home tonight and ask her to review at this point in your live stream to look at the because she's on YouTube, her
Yeah.
mom and her stepmom Tara, and obviously I met them all in 2022 I want to say
Mhm.
when they were out at Top Golf in Suffolk County, but now we were at the golf course and country club. Fast forward to 2024, I got to really sit down with them and talk with them, and Joe and Jim. I mean, I've conversed with them many times, but this was more intimate, where I actually sat down at a dinner table with them and really got to know them a little bit better, and they really want to help people in their daughter's name. And that's the great thing, is that a lot of the victims' families, they kind of curl up into a ball and don't try. They're like, not that they don't try, they just can't. They just don't have it in them. And the four of them, are just a ball of fire, and they want to help other people, possibly save other people. And this message right here is exactly what they talk about, and I think it's great.
Yeah, like, it's so crazy because I mean, I work with a lot of comics who want to make jokes about everything, but it's so strange because comics are inherently, I think, drawn to certain true crime, but never the boys. And I remember when this shit happened with Gabby, all the boy comics, all the males were just like,
Hmm.
"Did you guys see this stuff?" Like everybody was stuck on it. And I think it's because everybody looked at Brian and they were like, he's so deceptively normal looking, and
Yeah.
they look happy on Instagram. And we've just seen a rash of people who look really happy on social media, and then we find out that
Right.
there's some underlying shit going on. And I think that it's also encouraged people who are maybe putting on that facade to let it down, because
Right.
right after that, I saw comics come out saying like,
Yeah.
this is what happened to me in light of Gabby Petit. And I was like, wow, like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
beyond
And
the community of Long
and
Island.
sharing Sharon creates, who I love Sharon tremendously. She
Oh, she's
brought
in
up
here.
another name up, Candace Cooley, Dylan
Yep.
Round's mom, and she wants to continue to help fight for others who are in the situation that her son was in, around people who are, it wasn't a domestic violence situation, but it was one of the people who are helping him around at the farm there in Lucin, wound up shooting her son in the head and leaving him for dead in the middle of nowhere.
That
But
was James Brenner, right? The
yeah,
guy who
James
did
Renner
it?
just recently sentenced. To a plea deal he took to give the location of Dylan's remains, but sentenced, I think, to 2 or 3 15 to 30-year sentences. So um, he
Mm.
looks like he's in not great shape as it is right now.
Yeah, he
And
looks terrible.
as we all know, 15 to 30 years, even like if he was just a minimum 30 years, the 30 years is like doing 60 or more years in regular life. So he looks like he's on his last leg anyways right now. He's really looks shitty, and rightfully so. I hope he
Yeah,
fucking dies in jail.
me too.
But
What the fuck is going on in Utah, by the way, with these laws that are so chill? Like, look at Ruby. What she did
crazy.
to that little boy, she should be in prison for fucking life. I don't understand
Yeah,
this guy getting
it's
just
insane.
like for a
Yeah,
kid. I mean,
yeah,
19 or not, I don't care if you say that's an adult. His brain is not formed
yeah,
legally and scientifically until he's 21. It's crazy that this kid who was at work for he wasn't even doing anything crazy. He was working.
yeah.
And this guy did that to him. He's a squatter, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah. He was
He,
squatting on the empty camper out in the field, but he was there for a long time, and um, he was, according to the parents, helping out a little bit or doing stuff around his farm there.
Ron,
But
there's a lot of these cases with these older
oh,
guys and the
forget it.
farming and the young
Yeah.
boys, and they bring them and even older guys in Canada, an older guy who lured older men, and then here in the
Mm,
US, same thing on Craigslist. I need someone to work on the farm. All of
right.
these cases, and in this one, it's another situation where guys like, let me help you with the farm, and then he kills the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
So, like, getting back to some of these things, like, I in 20, I believe in 2020, or maybe even before 2020. It was an anniversary, and I don't even like to refer to it as an anniversary, but it was, I think, I want to say maybe the 15-year mark or something. I don't remember the actual significance of the anniversary, but I was out there. I think it was in 2019 with my wife. We were driving down to the beach. It was during the wintertime, and I said, you know what, I want to pull over here and do a live video, and you know to memorialize the Gilgo Beach victims,
Yeah.
the victims along Ocean Parkway. And I got out of the car, and then that's when I first started talking about it. And I just did it because this is where I grew up. Long Island is, and me and Melanie too. We're from Long Island. I grew up here, and this was something that was, when I was an active cop, was going on. And I was like, you know what? I want to start talking about this case, even though I didn't at that time. It didn't matter to me, and it still doesn't. I didn't have a big following. I didn't, I didn't know what it would, how much attention it would garner. It didn't matter to me. I just wanted to talk about it, so I've been talking about it since then. People can go back and watch that thing. It wasn't when I got eaten alive just recently when I
Yeah, I
went to
was
Joey
about to
Brooklyn.
ask. You knew I
Yeah,
was
it
about
was.
to that's my favorite
Yeah,
video. I
it
talk
was like,
about it
yeah,
all the time.
that time it
'Cause you're
wasn't
going through your
cloudy.
reads.
It was winter. Yeah, it was winter time, and it's around that December, December 10th, I believe December
Oh, you're
10th was
breaking up
when
bad.
it it all happened. Yeah, I'm in a bad area, so let me run. I love you, and I thank everybody for listening to my um the conversation about Paul O'Keefe. I hope everybody understood
Oh,
what I
we
was
love
trying to get
you.
at.
I think
Yeah,
they did. I think we all agree with you too, because I mean, a lot of people are irritated with him right now, but it's one of those situations where you know what? John wasn't our brother. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He
yeah.
wasn't our brother. He's that guy's brother. So that guy gets to feel how that guy fucking wants. And that's just it. There's
It,
nothing changing his mind isn't really going to change anything. He doesn't even I mean, his witness testimony didn't have anything really of lucid
mm,
value as far as,
no,
evidence goes.
no,
So
definitely not.
he can feel that way.
Yeah, I just think that it's important that everybody understands that, if you're not a victim of a family victim of someone who's a victim of a crime, then you might not be able to understand it. But just put yourself in the shoes of this family and the scrutiny that they're under, and the people. We all have our thoughts and feelings on this thing, but when it comes down to it, I just don't want to be, for me, I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, he's wrong and he's stupid. He doesn't see things the way he should be seeing it. Well, open up your eyes. I don't want to be that person. And that's why I chose not to make a video about it, because I knew so many other people would do it anyways. I just said, I'm just going to let him have his time. That he had that interview. I didn't like the way that reporter interviewed him. I thought she did a shitty job,
She
because if
did.
you're going to ask him questions, you got to be fair and ask all sides of the questions. And she could have done it with kid gloves and could have been nice about it, but she should have asked him about all the screw ups and what your thoughts are about Trooper Proctor calling Karen Reed a cunt and all the things that I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Dad. but
No, we say cunt all
all
the time, and we say C.
all
If you don't like it, say C unit. You know?
well, I just I'm thinking of the chat, but he did
Yeah.
call her a lot of bad things. He talked about her shitting herself and all
Yep.
this really nasty stuff that a law enforcement professional from state police or from
Hmm.
nobody should be saying that. But here's these guys that are attacked. The lead investigator in this case, wishing her, death and all, I hope
That was
she's found
crazy.
guilty. All this craziness, like she should have asked him about what he thought about that and about the way the evidence was collected by Canton PD. The
Yeah. The
lieutenant
only thing.
Lank and Gallagher was that was the start of the fuck up. Like, and
Yeah.
she didn't ask him not one bit about that.
No, she
So
didn't. And the thing is, Lank was also involved in the Sandra Birchmore case and fucking that shit
I
over.
know,
And then
I know.
what's even
Yeah.
crazier is he gave a response without her asking, which I thought
Mm,
was strange. He said that and they weren't even supposed to have Proctor's phone. They weren't supposed to have those private text messages. And he
yeah,
basically said it's bullshit that they did that. So that
yeah.
just tells you that he had that in the pocket prepared because he's likely heard from a million people on Twitter. Well, what about Proctor's phone? And like he said
Jenny 33
he's
said that
going by
the
vibes.
report. Jenny 33 said the reporter asked, and he made excuses for them.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it's I don't think like I would have to say Jenny 33. Um, I think that he was just regurgitating what he was told by them,
Yep.
and I see it from a different my side. My lens is different. I see it that they bought the story that police told them, and just as we listen to the defense and say, hey, this doesn't all add up, right? Because they brought out some valid points, and our expert witnesses that the FBI engaged said that
I
there's no
agree.
way that this was a vehicle struck. That vehicle struck police officer John O'Keefe. So uh, I think Paul was just regurgitating the things that he was led to believe, and nobody was able to sway him or change his mind because
Yeah.
he is just 100% blinders straight that Karen Reed is guilty of killing his brother. And the mother's the same way. The father, we know, feels differently. But listen, I pulled over just because I know my signal breaks up over here, but I got to get home. I love you
Go
guys.
home.
Thank
We
you for
love
letting me
you.
come on. I love the chat. I love all you people here. Everyone subscribe to Oblivious.
Yes, and subscribe to Duty Ron. We love our Uncle Duty Dad Ron. And Jay True Crime, Jay Guilty of Crimes has to tell you, hello, Papa Ron.
AJ, I
Everybody's
love what she's
excited
doing
you're
too.
here. The kids are going nuts. It's basically Duty Ron is like a metaphor for candy. We gave the kids candy. Now they're going nuts. They're not going to go to bed tonight. Thanks,
I love
Ron.
the kids. I love the
Oh,
kids.
we
I
love
love
you.
you. I'll talk to you soon.
You're the best.
Bye.
Bye. And we're back. Don't you love it when your Duty Ron, Uncle Duty Dad comes to town? Wow. That was fun. I agree with him 100 fucking 10%. Yes. And I didn't even really think about it. We didn't hear anything really about, did we? Remind me, Jenny 33 seems on top of it. A lot of you guys seem on top of it. Do you remember if they even talked about, I guess, telling John's family? Like having to notify the family? Does anybody remember them going over that in court? I don't remember them going over that in court. I might have just missed that, but I didn't even think about family notification. I'm glad he brought that up because that is a huge thing. And if you watch Cold Justice, you've seen Kelly Siegler sit there and just fucking genuinely weep. Not like Nancy Grace weep, like real tears and pain. And that shit looks horrifying. It looks horrible. I wouldn't want to be the one sitting there with a family member bawling their eyes out, going, I know who did it. I know who did it. And then what? And then you grab their hand and go, actually, honey, we found blah, blah, blah. Like at that point, you're just like, okay. Tell us what you think, right? You interview them. You get their thoughts. You don't argue with their thoughts. You collect the evidence and then the statements, the witness, and you move on. So we don't know what happened there, We don't. We just don't. Yeah, he talked about proctors. And see, that's another thing. Like, if they've only got one person feeding them information, one side, and they haven't spoken to Karen since, and that could have been for good reason, because a good defense attorney would be like, no, don't talk to the other side yet. But in this situation, it might have bit her in the ass a little. Maybe talking to them right away would have helped. But also, she could have been in fucking shock and felt weird about it. Maybe her and Paul had a disagreement before, and she just knew that's not the way to go. You know, we don't know. We don't know all the private stuff, and we don't need to know it because the trial's over at this point, unless they decide to retry. But I do think, I just think that arguing with here's the thing: if Paul agrees with us, does that change anything? It really doesn't. So, like, let's let him come to it at his own time, I guess, as they say. You know what I mean? When people are in denial that they have an addiction, for example, they say you have to want to quit, right? He has to want to know the truth. Maybe this is, somebody said this in here. I wish I could go back that far, but somebody mentioned a long time ago earlier that it's a protection thing, probably, right? About Peggy. Maybe she put that brain block on and was like, I can't. And also think about it this way. You live in a town, right? And this shit just happened to your kid. What's scarier? What is scarier to imagine? Is it scarier to imagine your son's girlfriend accidentally or purposefully hit him with a car? Or is it scarier to imagine that the entire police department covered up the killing of your son and is now swaying the entire fucking trial just to save their ass? That's more terrifying to me. That would freak me the fuck out. It's like, oh shit. All the cops fucking killed they fucked my life up. And I gotta fucking live here now? Oh, good. Oh, and the stadies? So I can't move anywhere else in the state. They're gonna fucking probably find me and kill me too, right? That's terrifying. It could also be protection for themselves. I mean, I grew up in a hillbilly ass town with a fucking couple of boss hogs in it. Couple of do you know how fast she was going down that there dirt road up yonder way, young lady? What's your daddy doing right now? He's still selling that Mustang? Like that. That's the type of town I grew up in. I didn't grow up in a town where like 50 cops fucking conspired to murder my family member. Like, that's intense. That's a lot. That's a lot to have to deal with. Yeah, and they denied the whole family justice. So in order to believe that, they also have to believe that there's a lot of other shit at play. A lot of other disturbing anti-constitutional shit going on. I believe that Karen was told she hit J.O. by I said that a couple of lives ago. I agree completely. Yes. The first person you hear bring that up is Jen McCabe. In fact, I believe it's honey, did you hit him, or you hit him? Question. I think it was something like that, because she was the only time we heard about her going to that house. And I've said it before. We don't even know if she fucking went to the house. Everybody's like, well, we have witness statement. Okay, but those witnesses are liars. They were impeached by a cross-examination that was thorough. So if we can't believe them, then why are we believing that they witnessed her there at all? Like, it really bothers me. It makes me wonder, did Jen just go, well, you went to drop John off? You know? Lori Life 360 for the win. Did you have Life 360 on them that night? Who had Life 3? Didn't they have Life? What did they have? I can't remember. You know what I do know? I know Jen McCabe's a big feckin' bird. Where are you going? Ah, Dad's boyfriend's leaving. I'm so sorry. This is so rude. I'm not used to live streaming yet. I just realized putting a bunch of ice in my mouth is not a good idea. You can't understand me. You probably don't want to hear this. This is not fun to watch. This is not entertaining. This is a bad idea. What did Ted Kennedy say? Ted Kennedy's drunk ass. I love you, babe. I love you, Dad's boyfriend. It's a good Okada shirt. Your dad's boyfriend's wearing a rainmaker. Why am I now I'm covering my mouth and I'm done with the ice? What is going on here? He's not going to move so you can leave. He's not moving. The dog's not moving. He's not moving. Mookies, let Diddy out. Hold on, let me move my Hugin. Come here. Say bye, baby. I love you. Oh, he doesn't want you to go. Guys, do you want to see what one of you bought him? Check this out. Can I show you a toy? I think it was Nancy. One of you guys sent a PayPal. So he got a lollipop. And it fucking squeaks. What? I'm sorry. I'd love to pick him up and show him to you right now, but he has literally flopped dead like a noodle next to me. He's not actually dead. He's just hooged out. Here you go. Here's your lollipop. What do you guys call that in Australia? Isn't it called a lolly? I'm gonna go to the store and get me a lolly. I love the way fucking British kids and Australian kids talk. It is cute, right? It was on sale at the Petco. I wanted more info on the high school and the Life 360 and the times that surely seemed like people were not where they. Yeah, exactly. Did they even go over Karen's GPS data to get her to 34 Fairview? Because we saw everything after, but I don't recall that either. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? What do you guys think? Yeah, so right now, if you go to Petco, they have a bunch of toys in the clearance section. And this is not just Texas. This is nationwide, baby. And that includes a lot of these. They started making dog toys to the theme of shows like Sons of Anarchy and Yellowstone and shit like that. And all those toys are on sale right now for like 50% off. And this little fucking Hugin, this little Mickey's, this little hot ham over here, when he gets a toy, it's fucking dead in 5 minutes. One of these days, I'm going to show you my morphed toys. They are disgusting creatures. They are the most wretched, foul-looking stuffed animals you've ever seen, because what happens is when he rips one open and it's still like clean and good and kind of new, I'll just take all the remnants, the guts, if you will, the fluffy guts is what we call them in this house, and I will put them in a bag and save them. And then when one gets a rip in it, I will pick a limb or an ear or a flop of skin or some cotton from the bag from another toy, and I will sew it on to patch it. So some of his toys will be like a lamb chop, but its ass will be like a bumblebee. And then it'll have, the ear of a fucking squirrel. And, they're all just kind of little morphs. He has a big skunk with a pizza belly. And then he has what is that thing? It's a gay pride moose. It's a combination of a gay pride teddy bear, a moose, and a giant worm. And we call it moose worm. Gay moose worm is what we called it. I just finished sewing the third part onto it. He loves gay moose worm. It's his favorite. Anyways, I highly suggest saving your dog's toy parts and then morphing them into a heinous creature that they can attack and murder later for you, and then say, look what I did. And then you can go, I'm so proud of you. You're so good. Her phone hooked onto John's Wi-Fi. Yes, but before that, what about before she got to John's? Like the process from the bar to her home. Wouldn't her infotainment have that? And why did we not see it? We only saw after, I think. They talked about a 360 turn, but do we even know it's there? Because I don't think they GPS located it there, right? The car just basically, it logged the 360 turn or whatever you call it, the 3-point or whatever they call it. It logged that a turn happened. Did this turn happen on another street? I don't know. Strange. Yeah, no, I don't live in Wisconsin. You know what's funny? There's your dad must have hit it big because there's rumors on the internet. There are haters who gossip and talk tea about your dad, and they go, oh, she's some fucking girl from California. And then they have weird jobs that they've given me. I have wild backstories, apparently. I have lived in all sorts of states that I've never been to, and some that I have that I wish I lived in. The internet is fascinating. I don't get mad at it. I really enjoy it. I'm like, what did I do? Oh, hey, that cat is crazy. Fake internet cat is fucking nuts. I did what now? I was in the FBI? Hell yeah. How much did they pay me? Yeah, I do Ed Gein shit to my dog's toys, and he fucking loves them. No, I'm not making a dog toy bodysuit like Cruella DeVille. I ain't no Jen McCabe. That's who Jen McCabe looks like. She doesn't look like the wheelchair guy in Hannibal. She looks like Cruella. Oh my God. We're going to have to make some side-by-sides. Can I get sued for making side-by-sides? It's a parody. It's a parody. What do you want, you fucking period? You big bird? What are you, big fucking bird? Welcome to the bird gang, everyone. The big fucking bird gang. What about that? BFBG. We'll get a CBGB? Yeah, CBGB sticker. But we'll put BFBG, big fucking bird gang. That's good. Then we'll look like hip New Yorkers from the 80s. It is some Ed Gein shit. Fabulous. Heck yes, hit the PetSmart. Oh, that's PetSmart. I don't know about that. I know Petco. Wait, was it? Where's the bag? Yeah, it's Petco because it's Petco, Vetco. Where did Uncle Jay go? I wanted to say hi to Uncle Jay, but I didn't want to interrupt your Uncle Godfather DutyRon. He has very valuable insight. He makes me remember like procedure because in my criminal investigations procedure class, we did not focus on that so much as we focused on here's a picture of someone suicided and someone who was homicided, and what are the differences that you can tell? And it was like I Spy. And one of the big ones is like how the weapon is held. Like if they're clutching it tightly and it's a gun, probably not a suicide, because you usually let go and it falls out. It's just a lot I learned. But the whole like roping off, securing the car, like that's basics. But the thing like notifying the family and gathering with, like there was some basic shit that we did not spend a lot of time on. And he reminds me of that. And then I'm like, oh shit. If you think about it, like from their perspective, like what they went through that day, like the family, and then, all the people on all sides, it kind of makes you go like, oh shit. Makes you realize just how crazy Jen is, how sad it is for the O'Keefes, and how complicated it is for everybody else to process. Yeah. Do they look like morph toys? Yes, they actually do. They, I wish I could find, what was that thing? It was like a pineapple and a bumblebee, but it like morphed together so well that it just looked like a little bee ass sticking out of the head of a pineapple, and it was very cute. We didn't record a bump. What do you mean a bump? What do you mean a bump? My cat's favorite toy is a Nip Nip cactus. That's so cute. Nip Nops. We have doggy Wana that we bought him that we thought would calm him down during bad weather, and it does nothing. He does not care about it at all. She was there by her phone and boat. Okay, but the Waze logged the GPS of John's phone, right? I'm saying, what if John was in the car with someone else in somebody else's car? Or were they logged side by side? They just didn't say anything about Karen's actual GPS location or data prior to being at John's house. I tried to look for it like 3 times. You said she was there by her phone info, but what I'm curious about is the GPS info, because I know it put her at John's house, but I'm talking about 34 Fairview. Yes, 3-point turn. Toy Story. How is it? It's pretty crazy how every time I title a video something, it ends up being something totally different. I apologize. I'm going to try to not do that and stick to the subject. But you guys are fascinating, and DutyRon had stuff to say. I like the way he talks. I love Long Island accents. You guys could call in and just call me names, and I would love it. Because if you have an accent like that, you could say whatever you want. You could really say some heinous shit to me, and I'd just be like, say it again. Y'all are so fun. Who is hating? Oh, just haters. They drink haterade, and it's what they have to do. My brain is fuzzy, but I got a spreadsheet for reference. Oh my God, I would love your spreadsheet. I love your dad loves spreadsheets. I remember they were trying to make it seem like Karen intentionally turned off her GPS location at some point, but I don't know when that was. And see, that's another thing. If she has a phone that is set to where it goes into, you know how there's eco save modes on some phones? If she has a phone that goes into EcoSave or she has that turned on at all, and then she plugs it in when she gets in her vehicle, then that's likely going to put it into a sort of airplane mode that's going to turn the GPS off, or a rest mode, or an EcoSave mode. And that's going to change things. And it might look deceptive to some people, but to others it doesn't. Now, Brian Koberger did not have that mode on. He went straight into airplane and then I believe turned it off. So that's a fucking different story. That's intentional. Remember in Stephen Stern's case, when they said that, when he tried to pull that shit, like, oh, I fucking had to factory reset my phone that day. I factory reset Jen McCabe factory reset my phone that day, and then Jen had to go in there and physically delete, like, situations like that. That's some shit you got to do. In order for Brian Koberger to do what he did, he had to fucking do some shit, right? At some exact times. And there was no pattern, which is strange. Because if he had done that repeatedly before, it's like, oh, this makes sense. He does this. But it happened that night on the exact times, from point A to point B to the murder house. So it's very fucking strange to me that all of that happened. Now, in Karen Reed's instance, I don't know. I don't think we know if they actually physically have the data and didn't want to present it into evidence. I would think if it was exculpatory, they would legally have to. However, if they're trying to say that she did that shit on purpose, couldn't they just say like eco mode or whatever was going on there? Like I think the reason they didn't bring it up is because they knew the defense would have an expert that would then have to go through her phone with the same Cellbrite technology that the Commonwealth failed to use, and might even find better data that exculpates her too. Exonerates, whatever the fuck you want to call it. She's not convicted yet, so it wouldn't be exoneration. But regardless, I wonder if they just didn't touch some shit because they didn't want to know. And that's different than withholding. And it allows them to still be sneaky and omit. It scares me that the door pick dasher used to work for the FBI. The what? The door pick dasher? I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means, Starzy. Nothing matters but the fact that yeah, exactly. It's just not. So even if she was there, she didn't fucking hit him. Done. And I think that the reason if she said, did I hit him? I think it's because she was a little toasty. Maybe she was a little buzzed. And when she hit his car backing out to go find him, she's like, fuck, I remember hitting John's car. I don't think she meant him like him. I think she meant the guy. I think, how drunk thoughts run together? I think that's what happened there. And then I think Jen telling her that she did some shit also played a big role. Oh shit, you live in a lot of states. Yeah, everybody, we're going to get that. Give us that spreadsheet. Give your spreadsheets to the cult. Gypsy, give me your tears or I'll take them from you. Fucking Borat, so funny. I don't remember any animated exhibits reconstructing the state's theory, probably because it's impossible. The only one I remember is the one that they showed on the news, but I don't know. Did they show it to the court? That embarrassing ass one with the guy? Yeah, the pirouette. Didn't they show a video of that or did they just discuss it? Yeah. I don't remember what I was realizing, but I've realized a lot here. Yeah, let's do a side-by-side of Jen. Yeah, big fucking bird gang. BFBG. That was hard. Potatoes in flight. Afternoon delight. Yes, I did it. Cruella skit with Jen McKay. Oh my God, I'm so far back. Feck, motherfuck. Isn't it fun when DutyRon cusses? It makes me giggle. It's so funny. Melanie would get so pissed. But listen, you guys, Dave's gonna tell you a secret. One time I heard Melanie cuss and she said a very bad word. It was very funny. And I literally had to mute my phone because I was laughing so fucking hard. Your Aunt Melanie's ruthless. She has said shit to me that has made me laugh and stay up late and then be like, hey, Dad's boyfriend. That's what Melanie said like 3 times because I was in shock laughing. She's very, very funny. She's very professional. She knows how to shut that shit down, but she's got some zingers. She made me laugh really fucking hard. She has some of you have some very creative language, and I love it. Yes, I will have to go through. Here's the thing, little Irish girl. I will go through that later because my email's a fucking mess right now. I cannot handle it. I shut that shit down. I closed that window earlier. We're going to watch some old news in a minute, though. I'm really excited to show you. I need to get into it, but you guys are saying so much good shit. Where's Guilty of Crime? There you are. Gay Moose. Yes, Gay Moose. Gay Moose Worm. Gay Worm Moose. We've got, it actually has horns on it, too, I think. It's pretty dirty. I need to clean it. Also, I will clean them with like this doggy safe detergent stuff for their toys. And one time I did it and then it reopened a new hole and I made like a Jax out of multiple different animals. He fucked that thing up for weeks. That was a fun time. Just done sweeping up fireworks. Ugh, they're fun until you have to clean up the mess. Did you pop them inside? Or were you outside sweeping with a broom? Because that's funny and that makes you a real witch and you need to watch out because John Ray is coming to get you. Gray Goose with the Gay Moose. Jay, let's get you that shirt. Gray Goose with the Gay Moose. What do you think? Gay Moose? It can be consuming. I don't know what you're talking about, but I love it. Someone from Kentucky called me and talked some shite with your... Oh, I used to be... let's just say this. I was in a very long-term relationship with a guy from Kentucky. We were this close. We were this close to getting married in the holler. And then I had to go stay in the holler. And I said, fuck this holler. And I got the fuck out of there. It was right at the corner of West Virginia, Kentucky, and Ohio. Wow, dude. We'll talk about the holler sometime. But I loved their accents. Every single person I met. He had a great accent. They like, shit. That accent probably kept me in a whole extra year. Like, legit. Love an accent. Now, your dad's boyfriend has a hell of a hillbilly accent. He tones it down a lot. But he will legit just casually be like, dang old shit for day, man. And it's fucking funny. And he says water and property. Gray Goose with the Gay Moose. I love the ADHD format. My hubby says, what's the topic? It sounds like everything at once. He's not AD. It is everything. Tell him it's everything. Tell him it's Frasier. Say the topic is Lady True Crime Frasier. Frasier, who refuses to take mental health medication. I'm just kidding. So regarding LISK and other potential victims, do you have a subscription to Terra server by chance? I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me. I do have a bunch of, basically I have a bunch of files that I keep on my computer and I reference them and I share them with some friends and people that I trust that are professionals in specific fields or people who are aware of parts of the case. And I only do that after I share it as a tip with police. I'm a big old fucking snitch. I advocate for snitching. By the way, I want to say that publicly. Snitching is great. Snitches get stitches, they say. Stitches are not that bad and they fucking heal in like a couple of weeks. And sometimes you can bite your own out. So don't fucking act like it's a big problem. Just snitch. It feels good. You were probably going to do it to some of your friends anyway. It's called cheese man, motherfuckers. But give it to the right people so that justice can get done. Get that shit off your soul. Snitch and move on. That's all I'm saying. And you can quote me on that. And one day our cult will get a gang sign and we will throw it. And when people see it, they'll go snitch and then they'll come at us and then we will fight them and we will win. Or we'll get stitches and we'll be fine. Just kidding. Don't fight with gangs. You're in love with Alan Jackson. I'll wait down yonder on a Chattahoochee. You never knew how much money water meant to me. That's such a good song. And he has such a cool name and I'm so fucking jealous. Yes, DutyRon has freedom of speech. I love telling people, listen, you can say the craziest shit on here, but DutyRon knew right away. And that's how you know he cares, because he listens and he goes, ooh, I can say cunt. And then he pops on over. I love that he said that. It makes me laugh. Anytime I hear an Australian say cunt, I get so giggly. I love it. Yeah, first time. Oh my God, DutyRon, he curses like you're dead sometimes. He says some wild shit too. Sometimes DutyRon says exactly what I'm thinking, but I can't say because I don't want to fucking get my ass canceled. But he'll say it and I'll be like, fucking yes. He'll be like, I hope that guy gets fucking beaten to death with a broom. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, me too, dude. Me too. Fuck that guy. I want to hear Duty Ed cuss. Oh my God, that would rule. Mel doesn't cuss ever, but when she does, holy shit, it's a good one. And it's unique and it's not something you would expect. It's unique and it's funny. And it's always just like, what? Like, sometimes she pops out some 1950s shit. And you're like, what the fuck? So fucking. Oh, she's great at cussing. When she does it, it is out of fucking left field. It's like Silent Bob. It just happens, and you're just like, oh. You're just like, what? Kim McDougal, how's LV? How are the kids down there? I love you guys. Y'all are great. Scambaiters fucking rule. I like that guy who does the old grandma voice, and he just gets these people like, oh my God, and they're just screaming at him. Oh, it's my favorite. Something about the screams of the scammers getting scammed is very soothing to your dad. Melanie's how I found you. Melanie's how I found all of you kids. I didn't know that I had produced so many offspring. Thanks, 23andMe, aka Melanie. Yeah, my eyeliner is on point today. You know why? Because I did this is so embarrassing. I did the AI, or not the AI, I found a thing where you can put the eyeliner and makeup on your phone, and then when you're looking at it, you just trace it. And I was like, oh shit, this worked out great. Although I did think of a prank that would be really funny, is if you know someone who has that, you can add an extra filter on. Apparently you can dual filter, and then you can make their eyes go further apart. And it's mean as shit, but it would be really funny. Anyway. Oh, we're talking. Oh shit, I'm way far down. I'm talking about snitching. You guys are laughing at me snitching. Don't act like you don't want to snitch, okay? Snitching is fucking fun. Snitching is bitching, y'all. Y'all hear me talk? I'm totally hillbilly. What you talk like, Lori? You talk like this? In Kentucky, up in the holler, they talk like this. They say shit like, dang, man, I want to go to Ruby Tuesdays. What's taking y'all so goddamn long? They say words like badass. If you ever watch Little Bubby Child cartoons, that's exactly how people talk in the West Virginia holler. I dodged a fucking holler. By God, everybody there worked in the fucking coal mines. It's fucking crazy. We're gonna go up yonder way to Buffalo Wild Wings. What you guys want? Everything links together. I don't know what you're talking about, but I agree. It does. Oh, in our chat? Yes. We're just listen, you guys are links. You guys make this shit happen. I'm just reading what you're saying. I should be doing other shit, but here we are. I should be showing you these videos. We'll get there soon, though. Kentucky is a beautiful state. It's goddamn beautiful, and it's terrifying because all I think when I'm there is like, oh, someone could just dump my body right there and I'd be dead. No one would ever find me. Like, that's what Kentucky is. It's a place where no one will ever find your body. People go frog gigging. Cigarettes are really fucking cheap, and there's a lot of snow. It's a lot. And there's a lot of goths at the Taco Bell, and everyone's addicted to pills. It's very weird. I dodged a holler, and the holler dodged me. I'd like to know how to organize my true crime files. I have loads, but I can never find what I'm looking for. How do you organize yours, Dad? This is a great fucking question, you fluffy little bunny. You big fucking bird. Listen, I do it by case. So I'll tell you how. Here's a little secret. Dad's LISK file just says LISK. And then when you click on it, it says Rex, and then it has all the potential victims. And they're all separate because they're potentials, they're maybes. And then I will sometimes put those in another folder, like if it's potentials, New Jersey, potentials, Connecticut, stuff like that. If I have any serial killers that overlap with him at the current time, I'll put like, Bitroff, Shawcross, fucking Rifkin, even Cottingham, even though he's old as fuck. We don't know. Maybe Rifkin ties into anything that could possibly link. You know what I mean? If it's somebody who studied another serial killer, Ivanovitz or whatever his name is, Ivanitz, he studied what's his name? Rifkin. And then he was studied by Bitroff. And then Rex studied Bitroff. And then you can literally link them all. And so I have them all in a file folder. So it's like, I call them crossovers, AKA potential serial killers that were around at that time, or even in the area by 1 year, because Cottingham ended when another one began, which I believe would have been Shawcross at the time. But then we also had, at that time, we've gone over this. There was 1 year, it was 1983 or 87. I don't have my files on me right now, but it was 83 or 87. We had a point in time where we had 4, technically 5, but it was only a 6-month period, serial killers living within 2 miles of each other in Manhattan, and then murdering and dumping people in similar methods on Long Island, overlapping by 1 year. Holy fuck. And then another one moved across the country, and that was Rodney Alcala, but first he was in New York. Like, that's fucking crazy. That's too many. That's too many, New York. You need to get your shit together. You have too many serial killers. So when people were saying, I can't imagine there's 2 doing this, it may be bitch. I'm like, bitch, there was 5. And and here's the other thing. That's serial killers. You want to talk about people who are dismembered and dumped in trash bags found scattered throughout Long Island, just body parts out washed up. And then you want to talk about adding in, I don't know, like anybody who was also found out of state in the New Jersey area, anybody who was found upstate. And then you want to add in women who are of, similar, basically similar, what's the word I'm looking for? MO, women of the similar grouping, similar profile, who are a little bit prior to that, but then resemble things. Like if you group all those, some that are unidentified, if you include Jane Doe's, oh my fucking God. You're actually adding almost close to 100 other killers. There was a high schooler who was raping and murdering women in Central Park and Long Island who just killed 2. So he's not technically a serial killer, but that's just because he got caught for 2. That doesn't mean there aren't more. And this was pre-CODIS. Now consider there are 90 others of those. That's really scary. Very scary. And your dad's been collecting them, and they are in the maybe pile. So what I would do is I would do that, go case by case, and then put everyone by name, because you should memorize their names. If you're looking at enough, if it's important to you, you're going to memorize their names. I give them fun nicknames if I can't memorize them, because it's a common name. Schulman is Powder Man, because sometimes he sprinkles shit on the bodies. I also called him Crackhead for a while. His brother's Crackhead brother, because they smoked crack. Alcala is dating game guy. Shawcross, I called him Bloom County, because he looked like a character from the Bloom County comic book, which is Opus and Bill the Cat. He just looked like that. And he was in Vietnam, and he said weird shit like, "Don't touch me, Mom," in his interview. And it reminded me of a character in that comic book who is always faking trauma. So I called him Bloom County. That's how I remembered him. Anyway, in Riff Kim for a while, I called him death metal bassist. Literally like Dave Matthews Band. He was death metal bassist because he looked like a high school kid who was like a bassist in a death metal band that never had anybody show up at their gigs. He just looked like that kind of guy. So yeah, 6 active in CT at the moment, Connecticut. Yeah. And here's the other thing. People aren't accounting for the rise in, it's basically serial killing by gang. And it does have its own focus and initiative and sometimes its own squads, like in Michigan. But there was a whole situation for a while. Yeah, and there's Shaw Cross and Shaw Croft, by the way. There's 2 totally different dudes. And they all had government jobs at one point. 2 of them were Alcala, I believe, and Schulman worked in the same fucking post office in the same building 3 blocks from Rex the same year he was working there. They all had the exact same victim profile. And Rifkin ended up getting caught. And I believe he was working, or he wasn't working at that point. I can't remember. I think he like quit his job. Something happened. He had a wheelbarrow full of blood and his mom was on disability. His dad had just died. It was a whole bunch of shit. But I believe he had briefly had a job and it was like right fucking there. I don't know if it crossed over yet, but I know that there were 2 that were working in the same fucking postal building at one point in time. He might have even been a 3rd. It's just crazy. Like, that's a lot. Anyway, yeah, they're all fucking scary and they're all fucking weird, but it's just strange for me that people are like having a hard time wrapping their head around. I guess if you live there, probably because it terrifies the shit out of you. I get that. You're like in the denial thing, like we were talking about earlier. But I mean, shit. How weird is it that that many of them lived that close together, picked the same victims, disseminated them around town the same fucking way, same profile, everything. And they seem to have very similar, not really lifestyles, but like backgrounds, I guess, like the bullying and stuff like that, having shitty lives. I'm pretty sure that Shawcroft was the only one that was like in Vietnam, but even then they were asking like, are we sure he was in Vietnam? Because he was saying a lot of shit that didn't line up. I think he lied about a lot of his. Oh my God, I think he stole valor. They should add a stolen valor charge on him just to be a dick because he was such a fucking asshole. Yeah, he had a wheelbarrow full of blood, Rifkin did. When they found him, he was being pulled over because he had, well, okay, so he killed this woman. He cut her up. He did it on a dryer, I believe, over a tarp. And then he fell asleep in his room. He used to take naps and just like lounge with the, like he'd cut the bodies up and leave them places and then go back to them later. His mother was disabled, and I believe she was out of the home at the time, but sometimes she was home. She was upstairs. He then took her car, put parts of the body in the back in trash bags. After he like tried to drain it of a lot of the blood, and the way he drained the blood was, I think he propped it up on it. What I was reading in a lot of the old case reports that were available and everything from the news and the police interviews and his interviews, which there's a lot of them, and he sounds like Woody Allen. I often wonder if that's him on that call from Apology Line, but it could have been because he would have been, I think, well, no, he wouldn't have been in prison. Okay, we'll come back to that. The point is, but he didn't kill men. Anyway, I'm gonna have to think about that later. Could have killed men. No, he didn't. Anyway, he would prop the body up and then like lean it over off this dryer. And then he brought a wheelbarrow, I believe, in the house is what I was reading, which fucking mess. You know, lets it drip in there much as he can. Takes the wheelbarrow out, puts it in the backyard, takes the body, puts it in a bag, sticks it in his mom's trunk, runs an errand with her car, gets pulled over, I believe, while running that errand. Nothing happens. They let him go. They didn't notice. It was very Dahmer-esque. Remember when same thing happened to Dahmer, had a body in the car, got pulled over. They let him go. Whoops. Whoops, it's just a white guy committing a crime. Let him go. And I say white because he was statistically way more, like 80% more likely to get stopped if he had been a minority and pulled out, and they would have searched his, like they were doing that a lot. But him, they smelled the stench and they said, go on, you're just having a good time. You're just a boy having a time. And then he came home and then he forgot about the body and he left it in the car. And then his mom took the fucking car to run errands. This is how gross his house must have been. She didn't fucking notice. She didn't fucking notice the body smell. She said, my baby boy, he's such a good boy. This car smells fine. I'm going to go run some errands. And then she did. She came home. He was like, oh shit, I left the body in there. And then he took it and he dumped it. Then he realized, shit, I have more of the body. I can't put it back in mom's car. That was scary. That was risky. I'm going to put it in my shitty truck with out-of-date registration, no fucking inspection, no insurance. I don't even think you had to have that back then. I'm pretty sure you just had to show them your belt buckle or something. But the point is, he was like, hey, let's roll her up in a fucking tarp, which, by the way, I think was green or blue. I think it was green, which was an early description of the victims. And he's like, I still have this big lump of person. Let's put her in this. Let's roll her up in this. Got to get rid of her before she stinks more, because then the house might smell better. That's how bad his fucking house smelled. I swear to God, reading and looking at the crime. We'll look at pictures of his house later. Anyway, he decides, he's like, I'm going to take this body somewhere. I'm going to get in my car, all fucked up. Pretty sure he was drunk or something. I don't remember. He was fucked up. I'm going to speed and go crazy. I'm just going to drive like a madman in this car with shitty plates, no fucking ID. I'm just going to fucking cruise down the road. I'm going to dump a body. No one's going to say shit because I'm a white man in America. And he did that. And the cop said, hey, you, while they followed it. They were like, oh, well, this isn't cool. That truck's ugly. You can't be cruising up to the Hamptons in an ugly truck, sir. That looks like shit. This is a beachfront community. Where's your Lexus? And they follow him. Kelt said it. Fix that tail light, brother. They don't fuck around with taillights. Taillights, if you have a broken tail, if this is why Karen Reed was such a big deal, because a broken taillight in America is a death sentence. Literally, they follow him and he speeds up and he says, I'm outrunning the cops. And they said, no, you're not. And then he wrecked his fucking truck immediately. And then they come over and they're like, this shit's filthy. What are you doing? Who are you? You psycho? And he says, there's a body in the back of my car. And they're like, yeah, we see. Who is she? You know, it's fucking prostitute. I killed her. And they're like, God damn it. And they took him to jail. And then they're like, oh, now we got a serial killer. They go to his house and they find a wheelbarrow full of blood. And they go, this guy seems like a baddie. Then they find other things. Lots of things. They find a lot of trophies. His room was when I say his room was a mess, think, ladies in the chat, think of that boyfriend that you had in high school who was real fucking hot, but such a fucking loser 30 years later in retrospect. Like in hindsight, if you will. You look back and you go, oh my God, I almost had to support that man. Oh my God, he would have made me homeless. He would have taken everything from me. He cheated on me with everyone. That wasn't even his van. Why does he wear the same socks 8 days in a row? I don't think he brushes his teeth. Why are we together? Oh yeah, because he looks like Devin Sawa. Think of that guy, okay? And how messy his fucking room was. Because everyone had that guy with that messy fucking room with the sock, the hard sock. I'm going to pause so you can reflect on the hard sock. Think about it. You remember that shit? You remember the sock? You remember seeing it and going, why is that sock hard? Why is that? Is there a towel stuck to it? Why is that hard? Is this art? Did you make art? Is this art for me? You sculpted for me. Wow, you're an artist. Can I keep you? Do you remember that? And then he goes, no, it's does come. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm leaving you. But you don't. You stay. Because we're all stupid as fuck when we're kids. But the point is, do you remember that? Imagine it's a whole room full of those socks. That's what we're working with. We'll look at pictures. Yeah. Yeah. It's really bad. No, Adam, listen. We're not talking about dudes that even have a cool van. I'm talking about pre-cool van. I'm talking about the dudes who had to like get a ride to your house so that you could drive them somewhere. And the whole way they were like, we got to listen to this tape. And you're like, I don't want to hear that again. That's not a good, is this you? Is this your band? This is not a good band. And then they make you listen to it. And then they go, I wrote that song about you. And it's like, this song is about beheading someone. That kind of guy. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the socks. You know what's if you found a hard sock, you know what's going the fuck on. You've got a good son and he's not murdering women, Michelle. It is always a white man. His was a shitty, like like a tooth yellow truck. Listen, all of us know somebody who has that room. You know what's crazy, Starzy? I know it's not supposed to be funny. But in all seriousness, staying with someone because they don't beat you is so on brand for the last 4 decades. We need to raise our standards. I'm putting the blame on us at this point. Our standards should be higher. You're 100% fucking right, by the way. It's been decades of, I mean, he didn't fucking hit me. And I have been in the position where it's like, well, he didn't hit me and I kind of deserved it that time. I mean, you don't, no one ever does, but I have said some shit. And it's like, man, we don't need that. We deserve better. We deserve better than crusty socks. That's what we got with Joel Rifkin. We got crusty fucking socks. What's up, Petty? All right, here's what we're going to do. Yes, like Pazuzu's house. Oh my God, get out of my head, eyeballs. I'm telling you, Pazuzu. I'm starring that. I don't know what starring means, but I'm starring this so I can remember it later. I really am. Yeah. The ice cream trucks here look like that van. I chase him off the street. I'm that neighbor. Hell yo. It's because he loves me. He gave me the crusty sock because he loves me. It's a flower. It just wilted. God. Dudes can be really gross. And we equate possessiveness with love. Yes. It's true. It's true. But if I'm going to be your possession, give me something better than a cum sock, like for fuck's sake. And that's all I'm saying about that. Is the point I'm trying to get at is Joel Rifkin needed to clean his room. At this point, I'm just going to show you. Now I need to show you. You need to see this shit. It's really bad. Oh God, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's hard to look at. It really is. Fuck. All right, I'm going to make it full screen. Can you guys see this shit? Look at this nasty shit. Can I make it bigger? Oh, fuck. Oh, it's going to make me share everything? No, let's just zoom in. We'll just make it bigger here. Come on. What are we doing here? There we go. Now we got, yeah. Look at this shit. Let me take, I still have DutyRon's banner up. This nasty fucking room. From this big fucking bird. Look at this shit. Do you see this shit? This fucking room. Eyeballs and underwear? That's the name of my comedy album, by the way, coming out in July. And I'm just kidding. It's not eyeballs and underwear. But Jesus Christ. Yeah, this guy wanted to party. I am going to actually visit this page and make this much smaller because I do want to show you some of these pictures. What is this? Oxygen? Fucking filth. Show me the filth. Hold on. Let me pull this up again. It makes me present the screen. All right, here we go. I'm so happy for you, Sherilyn, that it's down to 102. We have not been blessed yet. Yeah, there you go. Someone said exactly what I was thinking. Looks like Rex's house. Fascinating. See what I mean? He looks like the death metal boyfriend but he just plays bass and he's not good. See? Those are throwaways. It is disgusting. I agree. Yeah. No, his room was bad. He had a bucket of blood. That's a lot. Like, we're in a coven and we don't even have a bucket of blood. Like, that's crazy. See that? Look at this shit. Maybe I should make it a little bigger. Maybe I can. Oh, that's good. You guys see that? Him twiddling his... Is he wearing Converse fucking also? What a dick. Making Converse look bad. That's the truck. See that little piece of shit? Hello, Jamie's Cowboys. Good to see you. We're looking at Rifkin's filthy room and his cum socks. And he had a bucket of blood. See that? There's the tarp. I'm going to show you some pictures I have that I saved that are pretty old. So that's his bed. Everyone knows that guy who can't pull the fucking corner sheet over the mattress because he's a fucking monster. You know that guy. Your little brother might be that guy. We all know that guy. Pull the sheet down, bro. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? You know? If you zoom in on it, which we'll do sometime, we'll do later, you can see a lot of his interests, cassettes. Everyone had that old TV, antenna, no foil on the top, great reception. Got a map right here. That's a little fucking concerning. What's on that map? Because back then in the 80s, we didn't have JPAs, people. You had to look at a map. And what's interesting, we were actually talking about this in one of my classes last semester, is one of the big difference between cold cases and modern cases, I guess. Anything like kind of post 2010, there's usually a big digital trail. But if you look at the evidence in older cases, cold cases, whatever evidence there is, it's usually like multi-page because everything was written out. There were literal paper trails. So that was a lot different than like, a USB or 9 terabytes of data. You would have a picture of a map. And so you often find that there's a lot of, I would say a lot more evidence taken, in that they just fucking take everything. They take pictures of everything. They make sure there's a ton of pictures. Look at Canton. They couldn't even be bothered to lift up an iPhone. Fascinating. Anyway, yeah, this monster wouldn't pull a sheet over his bed. It pisses me off so bad. And then they go on. Anyway, I thought there'd be more pictures of that one. Let's pull this up. Because I'm really disturbed by this bedroom. What about you guys? There it is. There's the blood on the sheets. He had a lot of nasty stuff. He had a shitload of bras, of women's brasiers. And they were like, hey, what's this wheelbarrow full of blood? This isn't cool, dude. What is this? Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Getty Images and stock photos, man. Oh, my gosh. They are the best. Oh, it didn't open the right page. I mean, yeah, they have a logo on them, a brand. You're not supposed to like use them for presentations and like don't print them in your newspaper. But listen, if you just want to look and snoop and sneak and peep and see what it was like, always just type in Getty and you'll see the most high res, especially now, especially with, the way they are with media. Look at this shit. No. Oh, it's going to do that for all of them? Oh, that's lame. Here, I'm just going to zoom in then. So you can see. That's good. That's fine. So this is his neighbor. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird, that whole area right there? Doesn't that look like, kind of looks like the Massapequa area. It looks like the house, right? I'm going to go down and click some of y'all stuff. 104. That's crazy. Well, that's normal around these ways. You're going to be in Driftwood for a wedding. Sherry, have fun. I just mentioned you earlier, I think. Or yesterday. I was talking about San Antonio. Were you the one who went to the rodeo? Think you were. Tardy to the party, but you're present. Hi, real booty. We're looking at Joel Rifkin, his filthy house. I left Washington and moved to Florida and now want to off myself. It's so hot. Yo, I don't blame you. You're in fucking Florida, dude. Why'd you move there? It's so scary. And there's alligators. Come to Texas where it's, oh, wait, no, it's fucking hotter. Me too. Listen, we can hold out one more summer, okay? This cult has to stick together. Just hold out one more summer. It's going to be fine. It's going to only get colder, right? Oh, no, a crack. 77, where are you? Take us. Take me there. 104. Ugh. Yeah, go back to Washington. It sounds way better. Yes, like if you like this. If you hate it, though, downvote it so I can see actual, verifiable, true data. If you like me, say, I enjoy this content. And if you don't like me, say, hey, fuck you, I hate this, bitch. You fucking bird. Yeah. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go, you guys? You guys want to go in the woods? I'll tell you what. We're not going to go to fucking Joel Rifkin's because look at that garage. Whose garage does that look like? And see, the police, I believe, left it like that after the search warrant. That's the truck. He hit the pole. And oddly, I think he hit it going out towards Gilgo. Interesting. I have the exact location pulled up in a file or copied in a file. Look at that nerd. I killed 17 women. Okay. He kind of looks a little, I'm not going to say it. I love Weird Al, but he kind of looks, he doesn't look like Weird Al. Look at that. He has a chainsaw covered in blood. That was another thing. I would say trigger warning, but it's black and white, but you get it. Look at this shit. He's got the same fucking trailers as Craig. He left shit in the yard, just like everybody. If there's too much shit in your yard, you probably killed someone. Like, that's all I've learned in life. You got too many dead dogs buried back there, you did something. Oh, yeah, and he put, oh, I don't want to buy that. He put a bunch of the bodies in these barrels, and so did the mafia. So that's fun for police. That's hard for that. That's a house. There's a lot of websites that are all about like houses that are not just owned by serial killers, but just, you know, creepy houses. And I'll find it. I'll look it up and put it below. But you can, it basically shows you places like this. I don't know who any of these people are. It's people at a party. Who are these people? Oh, we're Joel Rifkin had a fucking wheelbarrow full of blood and we're just taking pictures. I don't know why they got mixed in. I'd be pissed. Fix the internet optimization for our Getty images, please. Do not put us in with Wheelbarrow Man. He had a lot of garden tools, just like Rex. Big old garden, lots of wood, lots of pots, just like Rex. This could be a rap song at this point. Look at that shitty Mazda. I'm a little concerned that why did they bring the Mazda back to the house? That's kind of weird, because this couldn't have been taken before. Well, that's going to eat at me and become my nightmares for the next 3 weeks. Anyway, you guys ready to watch some shit? I'll show you some cool shit. Sometimes I forget to chat because I'm cracking up over the shit that you guys say. I know, me too. I read you guys' shit later and I just laugh and I'm like, I want to respond to them now when it's late. Yeah, they all shop at the fucking dirty garage store. Yes, it is an armpit. And yeah, the ocean smells disgusting. It smells like a salty asshole. And pretty gross. And I stepped on a lot of jellyfish there. And by the way, 4 people got attacked by a shark yesterday in South Padre Island. Did you see that? Look out, Corpus Christi. I'd show you the footage, but it is graphic and disturbing. Yeah. Lots of fertilizer. He used people for fertilizer, and that's bad. You can't do that. Yeah. It's sometimes the breeze makes it worse. It's just blowing all the hot at you. Yeah. Yeah. Let's all get coffee. Let's all get coffee in a hot day. That was you. Sherry is the one who went to the rodeo. Yay, Sherry. I'm glad you had fun. Didn't you take a Winnebago? I'm so jealous of RV people. I want to have an RV. Rock has an RV. Rock Chalk? Or she's getting one. I don't remember. I think she has one. I'm jealous. Yeah, get out of the water, beaches. There's sharks. Yeah, America's pretty spooky dooky. It's pretty spooky dooky, Susie. It's pretty bad. Guess what? The Hoogan needs to go potty and I need to take him. How about this? I made you guys a playlist that I was going to comment on, but I'm thinking I will, but I'm going to go take him to pee. So I'll start it and I'll come back and comment on it with you. But it's very fascinating. And let me pull it up. What I did was I collected old news footage from Long Island that I think is really kind of just funny or special or good. Some of it's hilarious, but some of it's like, oh shit, that's spooky dooky. And I'm talking old, like 70s to the late 90s, early 2000s. And I think it's pretty interesting. And I picked out some that were just murders that I noticed are not in the paper, never been solved, not listed anywhere. Just like, what happened with this? And you look it up and there's nothing. Weird cold cases in like Massapequa area that can't really find on newspapers.com and you don't really see them reported on and they're not on the website for the police. So stuff like that. There's one where a little boy like saved his mom who got murdered or tried to save her. She was almost dead and then he saved her. I think she got stabbed there. It was a lot. There was one of a kid who got tied to a fucking picnic table and then thrown in the backyard pool. He was tied down to the picnic table, drowned in the pool, dumped in the pool, and they said suicide naturally. And I went, that's weird. And then just a whole bunch of others. And let me pull this up. And let me start you with the place. I also found a bunch of old high school footage from Burner High School where Rex went to high school to see, did he go to a reunion? There's just a lot of stuff here. So let me pull it up. Ooh, this one's really good. And then there's Flavor of Love for some reason in there, but I'm just gonna leave it. Also these Queens residences find this guy who tries to rape someone and then they chase him down and beat him up and they're like, beat his ace. And I put that in there. But let me find, here we go. We could do, ooh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is Yonkers. Where is it? Where is it? Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put it on this. This is News 12 Long Island. This is in 1991. Wait a minute. Sorry, I had a very specific one I wanted to show you, and I thought I put it in this playlist. Interesting. Oh, yes, this is it. This is News 12, Melba Tolliver. Do you guys remember her? What was Melba like? Does she like toast? I'm sorry, it was a dad joke. All right, I'm going to put this on. Let me pause this and bring it up. This is news in the 70s. Wait, in 1993. This can't be the one. Let me just make sure. I have it pulled up right here. Here we go. Here we go. Is this the hair ad? Oh, the hair ad was so funny. I'm not going to do that to you, though. Ah, here it is. This is the one we want. The Bird Lady of Long Island. This is the special one. Nope. Pause it. Pause it. All right. When I walk my Hugin, I'm going to leave y'all with this. I'll be back, though. That's not going out too long. This is some of the craziest shit I've ever seen on the news. And I did this while I was looking for serial killer shit. Hints, case stuff. Because I like to do that. And I'm going to show you how after I play you this video. But first, I want you to watch it. It's very good. So let me put this on. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
Woman is Huntington Station's Alba Ballard. She's got the most incredible collection of exotic birds. She's known to many as the Bird Woman of Long Island. Today, she and her fashions join Roma with two feathered friends. Ladies and birds.
Thanks, Carol. Lucky me. This is Alba Ballard, of course, and these are her two feathered friends. Alba, who do we have here?
Okay, this one here is a Viking, is a green-winged macaw, which is just belong to the Long Island Parrot Society.
Now, you just discovered that, didn't you?
They just discovered this, they just started, and which is very good because also now parrot, they have their own club. And he got the sweater like, you want me to put him on?
Sure, we'd love to see them.
Okay, good.
Now, you make all these costumes,
Yeah, I
don't
do
you?
make them all, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay, this has got the sweater for the Parrot Society, which is very good because, you know, they are beautiful creature. They have all club for cats and dogs, and it's good they have it also for birds.
Yeah,
I'm very proud of it.
and
Okay.
they have a big membership, yes?
Sure. Oh, yes, they start to get a lot of them. Okay, now we're going to try another costume for the springtime. And this one going to be, I mean, for the St. Patrick's Day. I got to go down. Is that all right if I can go?
Yeah, I think that's all right.
Okay.
They'll let us know if you can't.
Yeah.
Now, does it bother them to put them in clothes like that?
No, because they are trained. If a bird really don't want to do that,
they'll do that.
They do that. No, it's just now because. Okay, good boy, good boy.
Oh,
okay, this is the leprechaun for the male leprechaun for the gentleman. Okay, there it is. And now we're gonna try for the lady, the leprechaun. Okay.
Now, what do you do with these costumes once you make them? How do you?
I keep it. I'm collected. I have a lot of them. Okay. Okay. Now I gotta go. Oh, she's all excited. She's all thrilled because now it's her turn to be dressed.
Okay.
Okay. Now she's going to wear something very beautiful that I did it one time for the South Pacific. Come on, come on.
We can turn you around.
No, it's gonna be like that. Okay. This is for the vacation in the South Pacific or in the Caribbean for any matter. Come on. A very beautiful gown.
My gosh. How long does it take you to make these?
Come on. Okay. See, when I put the costume on, I have to
concentrate. Do you need help with that?
It's very difficult. Come on.
Alba,
Cosmo.
This is Cosmo?
Yeah, this is Cosmo. Okay.
How long does it take you to make these?
Oh, well, quite time because,
My
okay,
God.
now this one is a new kind of costume that I did. And you see that this have a leg. See? It looks like if she gonna go to the beach.
The
Come
South
on.
Seas.
Yeah, see? See?
And
That
she's
is-
even got a little cocktail
Yeah,
here.
oh yeah. See?
So we're heading down to Rio.
Yeah, that's not real. And then, can you give me that one there?
Sure.
please?
Which the
Yeah,
white?
that one there. This is a beautiful one. I did it for the prom, you know.
Uh-huh.
And that I will call like
No,
a
it's not
romantic
pretty.
afternoon. You see?
A romantic interlude.
Yeah, see?
Now this is the female,
This is the female.
and
yeah,
then we have
yeah,
the male here.
Then you take the hat off and you put him in.
Oh God.
See? And she gonna wear, come on, Cosmo. What a good girl. There she is. You see?
Oh.
Okay.
Look at her. She looks proud.
Yeah. Oh, she's very proud. And now we're gonna do for the female.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty. See, it's very difficult to do this one alive because they take the, they get a little.
Listen, you guys, you may be asking yourself, what the fuck does this have to do with true crime? Why are we watching this? Because you picked old news, you guys, and because you're a big fucking bird. And when your dad finds another big fucking bird, it's getting dressed in fucking costumes by a costume by a lady named the Bird Bitch of Long Island. You best know we're gonna watch it. Murder parrots, yes. Murder parrots in the chat, rise up. Yes, it's dissociating. It's in Jen McCabe right now. It is fucking stealing our souls. You're all a bunch of big fucking birds. And because of that, you got to watch other big fucking birds because that's what birds do. They watch and they wait. Hello, Natalie. We're looking at a big fucking bird. Not you. This crazy fucking bird lady. The bird is saying that, bitch, I'm going to peck your eyes out and shit on your pillow. She looks kind of like Liza Minnelli, doesn't she? From the side. Good for her. Later that day, a woman found unalive by birds in evening gown. That's hilarious. I mean, it's not funny. Bad. You sit in the back. No, I'm just kidding. That's hilarious. Yeah, this crazy bird lady does have bodies in the basement. Bodies of big fucking birds. Murder parrots, dissociation. What'd you guys think? Fancy fucking birds. The cockatoo is ready to bite her finger off. That cockatoo ain't got no quit, y'all. Yeah. She's like, first of all, she's on the news. Why? I don't fucking know. Everyone's uncomfortable. Everyone. The birds don't like the costumes. The costumes don't like the birds. Let me ask you in all honesty, I want you to explore your soul right now. I'm not even fucking kidding. I'm genuinely curious. You get a choice, and this isn't a fuck, marry, kill thing. This is you get a choice between three. You can pick one existence. Do you want Joel Rifkin, old fucking wheelbarrow full of blood, to be your boyfriend? Do you want to be in a room alone with Jen McCabe staring at you? Or do you want to be the bird getting dressed by this lady? One's in the chat if you would rather have Joel Rifkin as your blood bucket boyfriend, your 3B baby, for life. Two's in the chat if you'd rather sit with Jen McCabe for 2 silent hours, 2, while she stares at you. And 3's in the chat if you'd rather be this big fucking bird getting dressed with this lady. 1's for Rifkin, 2's for McCabe, 3 for the bird. You can only pick one of those. You don't get a 4, Pat. You don't get a 4. There is no 4. So you'd rather date Joel Rifkin and his bucket of blood? Okay. You will also date Joel Rifkin, bucket of blood, cum sock, dirty room? Okay. Kelt's throwing a zinger in there. Kelt would sit alone in a room with Jen McCabe staring at her for 2 hours. Angie, you two late, Angie and Kelt, y'all some bad bitches. I would have you backing me up or fronting me up. You would be in front of me in any fight. Because if you would be willing to be stared at by Jen McCabe for 2, and crack it. What kind of trauma can you guys dissociate from? Because that's amazing. that she scares me so much. Sharon wants to be the bird. Listen, I want to fly too, Sharon. I'd be the fucking bird. I'd take my hits, but look, this bird's on TV. It's got a TV credit. Everybody feels bad for it. Now it's got a victimhood, right? It's got a little clout there. 3, as long as she's not silent, she's herself. She's going to dress you up on the news. You want to get dressed? It's so odd. Usually birds dress you, according to the Disney movies. Turns out in Soviet America, you dress bird. Pat says Jen McCabe. Okay. I mean, you got to have your eyes open. I mean, her eyes are open. They don't fucking shut. They don't shut. 2 and you'll just sleep, says Star. No. You got to watch. You got to look into her eyes. We got a lot of Jen McCabe's. Oh, somehow I have found a way to make you side with Jen McCabe. Oh my God. I guess I'm going to have to go on Vinny now, huh? I guess I'm going to have to go on Banfield. I found a way to get the public to agree with Jen. Oh, wait, nope. We're getting some big fucking birds. Nope, we got another Jen. Oh, big fucking bird. Is it because I brought up the mystery of flight? God damn it. Yep, 2. We got some Jens in the chat. You love a staring contest, K-Buns. I knew you were a fucking loose cannon. Love that about you. You're my wild card kid. We didn't mean to have you, but we did it and we don't regret it. Said number 2 because it's not an asterisk that I didn't stay alone in our room with Jen McCabe. You literally kick her ass and just no, you don't get to kick her ass. She just gets to look at you. You have to look at her. She doesn't blink. It's up to you if you blink. But you can't close your eyes too long. She'll get you. She'll fucking show up behind you. That's a good way to wake yourself up. If you feel yourself dozing off at the wheel, picture Jen McCabe right behind you. Okay, we got another Rifkin. Damn. Yeah, you can stare back. Absolutely. I insist. Wow, we're pretty even on the. I don't know why everyone hates how terrible Age. Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's a bad person. He says some crazy shit that upset people in the past. He talks a lot of shit about people in the gay community and shit. Well, not the gay community. He talks a lot of shit about trans people, which isn't very cool. Pretty mean, actually, but and shitty of him. But at the same time, he did help keep a woman out of jail from wrongfully being convicted. Again, it's pick your battle. Roseanne was a really great show, but then she said some wild fucking shit on Twitter. Like, what do you do? You know, people have dualities. It doesn't mean we can't mourn for him and his mother. No one should lose a mother. That's sad. So, you know, today, if you're someone who gives Turtle Boy a hard time, just lay off for a day. You know, give him a week. She gonna be stealing eyes, McCabe. Yep. Okay. So far, a lot of people, a surprising amount of people are willing to put up with Jen McCabe. Yes, you can stare back. She will take your eyes. She will do it. And Mother Russia bird dress you. Yes. Yes. I can't do. Those birds are pissed. Jen is just wide eye. Yeah, but that's why you got to pick. You could be a big fucking bird. Dude, if I get on Banfield, I'm just going to be like, where's Brian at? And what are we fucking doing here? Bring me the boy. Bring me the boy. Present me with Enton. What are we doing? What are we doing here? I want to see my target. I will never go on Coffin Doffer. I'll never go on Coffin Doffer. Never. First of all, she wouldn't fucking invite me because I talk too much shit to her on Twitter. Second of all, I would never. Listen, I don't go to parties that look fucking boring, and that looks boring as shit. I don't want to hang out with flat earthers. And she seems like she's got a flat fucking brain. I can't handle it. Yeah, dissociated. So yeah, I'm pissing my pants looking at this poor bird. I've been stared at by this bird, and so have you, for a good better part of 10 minutes. And I'm not uncomfortable at all. But if Jen stared at me for 2, I get uncomfortable. Remember, we did that thing. Remember, she could be a Chinese torture treatment. This could be something. We really need to keep her in America, unfortunately. Because if any of our enemies, I want to say anime. Fuck. I'm looking at this bird. I'm thinking of anime. No, any of our enemies want to really fuck. They get a hold of Jen McCabe. They replicate her or something. You know? Yeah, you could ask her what happened. She's not going to tell you. She's going to stare at you. It does have a lot of snakes. Yeah, I would never fuck Coffin Doffer, dude. I don't need to fucking flat air it. No, I don't need to. I don't need to waste my time with a bunch of bullshit. I really don't. Like, I don't need to deal with that bitch. It's like, do you really want to hang out with that bitch in high school who just annoyed the shit out of you and, just it wasn't very good in school, but somehow was a valedictorian? You don't need that shit. You don't need that shit. You need to be this big fucking bird. Let's keep watching.
A little nervous because the new environment, but once again, see, this one is for a girl. You see,
They're only nervous because of the new environment, by the way. It's not because she's putting a full fucking Irish gown on it. It's because of the environment.
To actually go through like that.
Oh, there.
This is a full leprechaun lady.
Oh.
No, it's just before they got a little nervous because they just got inside here, the light and the camera make it nervous. This is for the lady for the St. Patrick Day. A new fashion. Okay.
Oh, that's too much. Now you have a David Letterman.
Oh,
Thank you,
yes,
Kel.
we're gonna do David Letterman now. Okay?
Bless you.
Now this one here for do David Letterman.
See, she's just telling her, and you did David Letterman. She's like, yes, we're going to do David Letterman now. So she's telling them, she's like, well, I'm about to show you what I showed David Letterman. Exactly. Fly away, Peter. Get the fuck out of here, Peter. Peter, get out. Peter, why are you taking the bird to the nose? Kelt, I love you. That dog's so cute. You're the best. Then look at the puppy dog. You guys, this bird bitch is pissing me off.
Listen, I have to take
Peter, dress up the bird on the nose.
So these birds have been on the David Letterman
Oh,
show,
yeah, they
haven't
do.
Bird's so pissed.
David Letterman show. Okay, yeah. Let me switch.
Okay.
Okay, I have another small perch that I was supposed to be.
Well,
This
Pat,
one-
I have so many
running out
questions
of time,
about figure
unfortunately, we're
skating.
going to have to wait for David Letterman.
Well,
You know something, Alba? We're going to invite you back.
yeah.
You see-
To show us David.
That was the best part. She says, unfortunately, let's play that again. That was so mean. You took too long getting your birds ready, you bird bitch.
What a good girl. There she is. You see?
Oh,
Ah, yes, the Gone with the Wind bird.
Oh, very proud.
Okay, should this be a sticker? I mean, I hate to keep going. Oh my God, that's so scary.
Yeah. See?
Jesus Christ.
See?
That is
Even got a
terrifying.
little cocktail
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah.
Birds with arms are usually hilarious. This is so
We're heading
scary.
down to Rio.
Yeah. That's kind of deal.
Yes, they migrate to Rio once a year.
Yeah,
White-
that's one there. This is a beautiful one. I did.
Could you imagine if DutyRon popped back on now to see where we're at? What's going through his head? He's like, look at these big fucking birds.
It for the prom, you know.
Uh-huh.
For the bird prom.
Oh.
'Cause there's a bird prom now.
You see?
A romantic interlude.
Long
Yeah,
Island.
see?
Shout
So
out.
This is the female.
Your bird prom.
This is the female.
And
yeah.
then we have
yeah,
the male here.
Then you take the hat off and you put him in.
Oh,
Yes,
See?
it was.
And she's gonna wear. Come on, Cosmo.
It was shit like this.
Good. There she is. You see?
Oh,
Okay.
look at her. She looks proud.
Yeah, we should find out about this
And now
bird.
we're gonna do for the female.
She's green.
We need to avenge this bird.
See, it's very difficult to do this one alive.
Yeah,
because-
you missed it, Susie Q. Susie Q. DutyRon came on and he said cunt. He said the C word. Not to me, but it was very funny. It was very funny. You got it. Rewind. So good. DutyRon's so good. Now we're looking at big fucking birds. The side swing is pure anger. Yeah, they're fucking pissed off. Bird prom. Who are you guys taking to bird prom? Yeah, don't fucking do. I'll tell you what, those birds pecked this woman to death. I guarantee you that. I haven't looked it up, but I'm going to assume as soon as they got home, she became like a human seed cob for them after the bird prom, of course. They did some crazy shit at the bird prom. Yeah. Oh, African greys are like really good at spotting seizures. Look that up. That's crazy. They're therapy pets. Yeah, there's a bird prom, Tiff. It's a whole thing. And DutyRon said the C word. It was hilarious. And there were 4 sharks attacked in Padre Island like yesterday, dude. Look it up. It's fucking crazy. A girl got her leg fucking bit off. It was wild. Down in South Pod, I think it was Mustang Island, but I could be wrong. It could be right next to it. Yeah, this poor fucking bird. She's Joel Rifkining this bird, but like metaphorically speaking, she's draining him of life. Yeah, you didn't miss the good stuff. This is the bird lady of Long Island. She tortures birds on the news. Yeah, he used the C word. It was hilarious. I'm a horrible influence on your Uncle Father DutyRon. Horace, take Horace to the bird prom. Don't let this lady near it. Did you hear DutyRon's thoughts on dressing his parrot? I didn't. I will ask him though. I will send him this footage and say, I've got a doozy of a true crime case for you, and then I'm gonna send him Bird Lady. And he's gonna call his buddies back at the force and have her arrested. Gizmo is the best. Bro talks like a wise guy. I love that. Oh my god. I love African gray. I love parrots that talk. But I did have a bird not eat, but he like chewed on my ear and tried to like rip a piece out when I was little. It freaked me out. But then I met a cute one when I was older and I was fine with it. Yeah, the ocean scares me too. It's endless and there are octopus and they are smarter than us. Couldn't believe Twitter let that footage on of shark video. Yeah, I couldn't either. But at the same time in Texas, we kind of got that personality where it's like, you want to see what happened to your brother? You want to see why we don't let you go fuck around by that shed, boy? He got machete'd. And then you have to look at a body. If you want to learn to swim here, all our parents just tossed us in a creek. Get on in that creek and fucking swim. What's wrong with you, kid? Like, that's literally all of us. What y'all doing? Lallagagging. So, yeah. I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all that they shared. They probably shared it like, this is why you don't fuck with sharks. This is why you don't go in shark event. This is why when they tell you, get out of the pool at the, like, I don't know. That's just what they do here. It's like fucking Al Jazeera here. It's crazy. They'll show you all kinds of shit on the news. Yeah, it's a real fuck around and find out. Do you have any idea how many times a gun has been waved at me? Like, so many, it's just casual now. Like, it's just fucking traffic. Dude, no, Texas is horrible. People think it's like, oh, it's such a safe place. No, it's fucking not. All your shit's going to get stolen. It doesn't matter if you have a gun. If you shoot someone, you'll still go to jail. You're not allowed to have a gun on a public street here. You're not allowed to defend yourself on a public street here. You're not allowed to do shit. If someone comes on your property, you have to warn them 3 times before you can use it. Like, there's all these loopholes, sure, to get the gun. But then, like, you get so mad by the time it's time to legally use it, you're just mentally unwell and you kill too many people, or you fucking hurt yourself, or you fucking... People are just stupid here. People are fucking crazy. I don't even know how to explain it, but it is totally normal to, like, literally walk into a fucking convenience store and there's a guy with a fucking AK-47 and he definitely looks unhinged and he's screaming shit to himself, but it is fucking right. And you're just like, please don't shoot me in the fucking face. Yeah. This is don't fuck with birds. Don't you fuck with my birds, you big fucking bird. Texas is open carry, but like it's also I can't remember. Like you don't need, like we used to have to need a concealed carry permit, but here you could open carry like literally anything. Anywhere. The only way that you can't is if the business says not to and has a sign up, or if you're like at a school or a government building, stuff like that. But also you can't do it on a public street. Then you can't brandish it, but technically you are brandishing it by way. It's very confusing. There's just like literally no regulate, like people who beat the shit out of their wives, threaten to kill people. Some who do still end up with guns. Kids with ankle monitors end up with, everybody has a fucking gun. It's wild. It's really wild. And so, like, when you're driving, if you cut someone off here, there is a really good chance they could chase you down and wave a gun at you. And it happens all the time. And it's like, shit, that's terrifying. In New York, they just honk a lot. I don't get it. I'm going to tell you what, all of our assholes are in our throats every day, all the time. That's what it's like. And it's hot. So we're mad and it's hot and we're scared. Yeah, it's wild, dude. Okay, we're going to finish watching The Bird Lady, and then I got to go. But I think... Oops. We're just going to watch a bit more of this at Burbs, and then I got to go. Dad's got to go run some errands before it gets too dark and take the doggy on a long walkies, because he needs a long walk. He needs his exercise. Yeah, you could literally... And also, sometimes I know in New York, they pull their cock out at the Vietnam Memorial. That's totally cool to do. Remember James Burke did that. Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude. I mean, there was a guy who walked around a fucking elementary and a middle school with his gun, and he had like all these signs up that's about, I'm allowed to fucking do this, my right. And he would yell weird shit and stare at the kids every day. And it was like a year of parents complaining. And then it ended up, he was a chomo and he wasn't supposed to do that, but he had been doing it with like an AK-47 or some shit. I don't know. It was a fucking big ass, might have been an AR-15. I don't know. He had a fucking one of those big fucking guns, big scary ones. And yeah, he was just walking around. And then parents finally fucking yelled enough, and he was on the news. Kids are terrified he's going to shoot them as they come out of school. And then they go to pick him up just to question him. And then it's like, oh, wait, you're a sex offender. What are you doing here, Dave? Like, that's fucking. And it went on for a year of harassing these kids. He wasn't supposed to have a weapon. Like, that's how fucking crazy it is here. And also, we're all big fucking birds. Yeah. Fuck, I'm so jealous. I want to be in Sodak or wherever that is. I don't know what goat hooves mean, but I love it. Yeah, for fuck's sake, dude. It's fucking wild here. It is the Wild West. Simultaneously, you know, you might have a wild hog. And I'm not talking about like, you know, Tim the Toolman Taylor coming at you. I'm talking about like an actual wild hog coming at you. You gotta fucking blow its brains out. Sometimes you gotta do that to live. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. Tell you what, bad for the bird's balance. Agree. So we're gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna go, and then I might do a members only live later because I forgot. Like I gotta uphold my perks. So we'll do a members live for like an hour or something later today, probably. And then tomorrow we will do another live, and we will go in depth, and we will watch more news, not just the big fucking bird lady. Yeah, I'm also going to I'm gonna post you guys some. I told you I was gonna exploit my dog. I have some cute pics of him. Some cute pics. Yeah, big fucking bird was the topic of lunch. I'm probably going to make a rap of Jill Daniels screaming that. I'm not sure what time, Lisa, but it could be like 3 hours from now. Am I going to dress up like a big fucking bird? I don't know. It could happen. I do have one more announcement, though, before we go. I'm going to tell you something, and then I'm going to play this out, and then we're going to go. And yeah, you guys can, I mean, I'll make it, I mean, shit. If not that, then I'll just do it for everyone. I don't know. And then we'll do pictures for a perk. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have a good perk for all the new members that I'm working on, but I'm just talking about like a live. Maybe we'll just do a live for everyone, and then I'll just give you your perk as soon as possible. Pete, I'll give you your perk. Okay, so the thing I want to tell you is Exoskeletal Undead responded to your dad, talked to your dad, and we're not going to do an interview with Exoskeletal Undead, aka the blogger who got doxxed on Newsday for Victoria's art. Now, there's a good reason why, because they have been pretty actually successful in dodging any negative repercussions from the doxing. So that's good. Like the info being out on Newsday, all the misinterpretations of the art. Luckily, people are too stupid to figure out that it's him. So they have yet to really dox this person. However, they also are hoping to keep it that way. And what bothers them clearly is the artists themselves, because they just host the forum. And he told me that, you know, it might be good to reach out to the artist specifically instead of the blog holder so that they can have the opportunity to say something if they want about their art after it was misattributed to Victoria Hewerman and then called the art of a murderer on national television. So in order to do that, I have to reach out to them individually, and I might do that. It depends on if you guys want to hear from them. But with that said, I agree. And I did tell them, I said, if you ever, I just want to kind of offer them a spot to vent if they want. But they're actually pretty okay with it right now. Don't really want to draw too much attention to them. Don't blame them. But they do appreciate all of you for being level-headed and wicked smart. And they said that, you know, they love that there's a group of people out there that doesn't buy into the bullshit. That it's just art. It's just a way for people to express themselves. And this bitch expresses herself with big feckin' birds. So let's play this a little bit longer. And then when this is over, I'm going to tell you guys bye and I'm going to dip. All right? Here we go.
That, you know, they get a little nervous because the new environment. But once they get, see, this one is for a girl. You see, you have to actually go through like that.
Oh, there.
This is a polyprecant lady.
Oh.
No, it's just before they got a little nervous because they just got inside here, the light and the camera make it nervous. This is for the lady for the St. Patrick Day, a new fashion. Okay.
Oh, that's too much. Now you have a David Letterman.
Oh yes,
Don't
yes. I'm
you?
gonna do David Letterman now. Okay. Now this one, if I do David Letterman, I have to take this one down.
Now these birds have been on the David Letterman
Oh
show,
yeah, they
haven't
do. They have done lots of David Letterman show. Okay, yeah. Let me switch it.
Okay.
Okay, I have another small perch that I was supposed to be. Okay.
Well, I think we're running out of time. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for David Letterman.
Well,
You know something, Alba? We're going to invite you back.
Yeah.
To show us David Letterman.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope that I come back one time we have a different situation.
We'll bid farewell to our fine feathered friends here.
Okay. Thanks very much, ladies. And boy, when it comes to Alba Ballard, there's nothing foul about her spring fashions, huh? Well, Roma and I are going to be back with more news of your Tuesday, so stay with us. Good day, everybody.
Okay. I do feel compelled, though. I kind of want to show you guys. All right, we'll end on this. There is one more news thing that I have for you. Hold on. This is really funny. Because I really want to end on a good note, like something really funny. Because we did talk a lot of bummer shit. But you got to hear from Uncle Dad DutyRon. Uncle Goddad DutyRon. And he said the C word. It was very funny. All right, let me show you some shit. Let me show you one more. It's really good. Let me pull this up. This is just, okay. So this is just a hair ad from back in the day. But your dad thought it was very funny. Nope. Pause. Too loud. Pause. All right. Good. Let me open this and I'm going to share it with you. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say bye to you right now. Yes, the news anchor hates that fucking bird lady. I was hoping one of y'all would pick up on the relationship between the anchor and the bird lady. It's bad. It's very bad. Yeah. Don't worry. We just talked about how you're all big fucking birds and so is your dad. So here's what I want to do. What? Toucans eat soft fruit? That would be cute to watch sometime. Yes, granddad did. So here's the thing. I'm glad you're all here. I love you so much. I have to go. This doesn't have Fabio. It's okay that you're late. You're a big fucking bird, though. And also, yes, the news anchor this is like a real Veronica Corningstone moment for her, if you catch my drift. She's like, I want to punch this bird in the ovaries. See you next Tuesday. That's hilarious. You big fucking C unit, you big fucking bird. Okay. I love you. I already miss you. You're the best. Bitch, I love dressing up. Bring me a costume. So you would pick bird. Okay. Scrunchies in the chat. Goths in the chat. Thank you so much. Your Aunt Deb is still coming. She just needed a break. She was busy, but she's coming. She's right behind you. She's like Jen McCabe. She's right fucking behind you. Be careful. Look out, Jen's gonna get you. Okay, Scrunchy. Yes. Oh, I love this. I love the Scrunchy Nation. I'm going to play you out on this. This is a hilarious hair commercial from Long Island from 1993, specifically December 12th. I saved it for you because it was so great. I don't know why it's great. It makes me laugh. It's no big fucking bird, though. Big fucking bird emojis are coming, aka emojis. I love you all. Thank you so much. I love you all. You're the best. I'll talk to you soon. This is going to be good. Here we go. Good night.
Active men who are going places, and the hair replacement centers are helping them get there. They look great because of a breakthrough technology, Protobond. This non-surgical process bonds individual strands of real hair. Choose a little or a lot.
All right.
The Hair Replacement Center's exclusive individual strand application and Protobond creates a...
Look at that.
These men aren't
noodle hair.
professional models with their own hair. They're clients of hair replacement centers. They're busy, active men who are going places, and the hair replacement centers are helping them get there. They look great because of a breakthrough technology, Protobond. This non-surgical process bonds individual strands of real hair. Choose a little or a lot. The Hair Replacement Center's exclusive individual strand application and Protobond creates a remarkable system composed of your hair and new hair that is totally undetectable even to your closest associates. It looks and feels perfectly natural. Call the Hair Replacement Centers. You can see for yourself. Our process is for real. Get your free informative guide to looking good and see some of our many hairstyles and learn how to select the best style for you. Call Hair Replacement Centers at 1-800-HAIR-311.
Introducing a new level of elegance from Raymond Weil. The Parsifal Collection. Swiss handcrafted, water